for the first time ever. Gary Thorne along with Bill Clement. What that means for Colorado is got to win.
When you're up against it and you play for Colorado, when we start talking about them, we mention two players always. They're towers of power down the middle. Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic. Peter Forsberg has been frustrated in this series. He has got to be really sharp and focus on playing the game and not focusing on battles. Joe Sakic has to generate offense as well. Both of these guys, Forsberg and Sakic, will end up with different wingers here in Game 4 than they had in Game 3.
We'll see whether or not San Jose can get it done. They have won 5 consecutive playoff games, a franchise mark. When we come back, it'll be Colorado, San Jose. And if it's the last one for the Avs, is it the last game for Peter Forsberg?
Meanwhile, in Dad's office.
I'll be right back, honey.
Defending the network from human nature. This is the power of the network, now.
Winning the NASCAR championship is about outlasting the other guy. That's why I use new Red Zone Invisible Solid. It's the longest lasting Invisible Solid from Old Spice. So you smell great all day. And if you don't think the scent lasts longer, Old Spice will buy you a stick of something else. Hey, you can't always shower right after the race. Unless, of course, you win.
New Red Zone Invisible Solid in 4 long-lasting scents. Stay in the zone.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
From the director of The Mummy and The Mummy Returns.
Holy water, crucifix.
Why can't I have one of those?
Hugh Jackman, Kate Beckinsale, The Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Dracula. Stop! Van Helsing, rated PG-13.
Oh man, there's a line.
Dockers Pro Style. Shirts and pants that do it all.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel. Brought to you by Nextel coast-to-coast walkie-talkies in under a second. Nextel, done. And in part by new Smirnoff Ice Triple Black. Triple filtered for a crisp, clean bite. And Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
The Quebec-Colorado franchise has not been swept in the last 30 best-of-7 series. Tonight, the San Jose Sharks can do that to them. We are underway. Great to have you with us. Game 4. San Jose off the face-off, got it in. David Abisher, of course, in the net. Evgeny Nabokov for the San Jose Sharks. The San Jose Sharks get Alan McCauley back, a center with an injured left shoulder, who is a candidate for the Selke as a defensive forward, one of the best in the NHL.
And they lose Scott Thornton. So they made some changes. Both of these teams have had to retool their lines a bit, but a major overhaul for the Colorado Avs. We'll get to their line changes when we get a chance.
Rob Blake is not playing in tonight's game. He is a scratch. Over the head of Abisher by Jonathan Cheechoo on the high shot. Hayduk on the far side. Hayduk will take it back in behind the net. Milan Hayduk has picked up 4 goals in the playoffs. Bad pass there and almost intercepted and held in the zone. That'll end up going up and on the bench. I want to remind you, this game being brought to you in HD, ESPN High Definition. The larger picture you see gives you better viewing quality for this and all other games.
One of the changes that Tony Granato has made is moving Steve Konowalchuk to Peter Forsberg's left side. That is the line that's out there now. That means Tanguay has moved to the left side of Joe Sakic.
And we'll see how long those lines stay together. They're looking for scoring, of course. This has been a series in which, in about every way but scoring, the Colorado Avalanche have been in it. But they've been outscored 10-3 and only one even-strength goal. Forsberg dumped it into the middle once, twice, had it blocked by Damphus. Scratches a shot. That shot is deflected back along the boards. Scratches pinched in the defenseman along the near side. Damphus will move it out of there. Damphus 3-3 in the last 4 games. Dropped off along the long side. Dimitrakis left it back in behind the net. And it'll be moved up to Peter Forsberg. Forsberg sends it into the wide side corner. Teemu Selanne. Selanne looking. Well, Colorado was changing. He had nowhere to go with it. Korolyuk on the far side leaves it in the middle. Speed of San Jose, and getting on the board first is what they're after. David Abisher on the save. On the dump in by Ekman into the corner. Rob G held it in. You see number 10, Alan McCauley. There he is. It's his 3rd playoff game this year. First of the series. That shot got blocked up to the line. Rafji stepped in, put it back in behind the net. Korolyuk, who's got 2 goals in the playoff year, waiting to get somebody out in front. Korolyuk's got McCauley in front of the net, and he got deflected wide by McCauley. Wouldn't know he had a bad shoulder on that play. That shot got blocked before it got in. Ekman was there. Rebound off the outside of the net. Nils Ekman with a chance. They're putting the heat on early, San Jose.
They're really taking advantage of J.M. Lyles and Kurt Sauer. This is Sauer with the puck behind the net. His first playoff action this season, pressed into action because Rob Blake is out.
And disorganized the Avs. That'll be sent in along the wall. They got a line change they just got away with right there. That one goes up. May have gone off the netting. It did. And that will be whistled. Good start for the Sharks.
The San Jose Sharks figured out early in the playoffs how to score goals, get to the paint, try to get rebounds, take away sight lines. Mike Rathje shot and a good save by Abisher, but he kicked the rebound right back out front. Screen. No, not much of a screen, but somebody there to pounce on the rebound.
Those are some of the best chances we've seen San Jose have in this series. They face off one again. Shot that deflected into the corner. Harvey with a chance. Todd Harvey, who's looking for his first goal of the playoff year, came off the faceoff.
Where is the Colorado desperation?
Not here.
They're back in their heels already.
They had a much better start in Game 3 than what we have seen in the first 3 minutes of this game. That gets blocked into the corner. Rhino looking to get it out in front. Leaves it off the near side. Darby Hendrickson. Hendrickson dumped it back into the corner. Peter Worrell, Rico Hall, Jim Cummins, and Blake are those scratches for the Colorado Avalanche in this game. Mark Smith trying to move it out of there. Got pinned up along the wall. Finally got it out of the zone. Ossi Vananen came back to get it. The Avs change again. Vananen will gun that one in behind the net. Nabokov has been magnificent. He held that one up. Hayduk blocked it. Couldn't do anything with it. Milan Hayduk an opportunity on the steal, and it'll be bounced back to center. Look at this. Way out of the net. David Abisher, he fell down, kind of put a little check on Primo. He's still going backwards.
He got the worst of it. They collided, and Abisher went down.
Blocked into the corner. Chichu picks it up. Chichu looking into the middle. Draws it back. Chichu left it shot. That one got deflected wide. Wade Primo. Rafji holds it in. Colorado is running around. Into the middle. It gets blocked to the point. Hannon. His shot goes wide of the net. And the Avs, Peter Forsberg, will get it and try and move it himself. As they've got to settle, he can as he gets spun back.
The other thing here, Gary, is that Colorado's defensemen that they have out there, Foote and Skrastinch, are the guys that they like to save for the Marleau line. That's not the Marleau line they were just playing against.
The Colorado defense is a bit suspect tonight.
Yeah, and now Foote has gone off, and Patrick Marleau and Damphus and Dimitrakis come over the boards right away.
Trying to get out there against the D matchup that they want. 5-0 the scoring chances here in the first 4.5 minutes, all for San Jose. As the Sharks, with a chance to put Colorado away, start out with the flurry rather than the other way around. Back in behind the net, Vananen had it, leaves it. Stewart stepped up. That forces the long pass. It'll have to be handled deep. Kyle McLaren.
Pretty good job so far by Bugner and Vananen. They're the two defensemen that don't usually play against the Marleau line that are out there now.
Marleau, of course, has been their leading scorer. 7 goals, 3 assists in the playoffs. That one got blocked, cutting into the middle. Tanguay was looking for an intercept, couldn't get to it. At center, Teemu Selanne knocked it away. Joe Sakic, Teemu Selanne, and Alex Tanguay on this line. Sakic leaves it behind the net. Looking for a little help, can't find it. Hannon will have to come back to play it. Hannon with Sakic. Off the wall, great play by Hannon. He just bounced that to himself. I've got to tell you, he's got to be one of the most underrated players in the National Hockey League.
He's the captain of the all-underrated team. He has to be. We talked about it in Game 3.
2-on-1 opportunity. Selanne dropped it. Oh, got blocked into the corner by guess who? Hannon. That was a 2-on-1 with a great chance.
Alex Tanguay bobbled it just for a split second. That allowed Hannon to get to it. Scott Hannon has led both teams in ice time in all 3 games so far. And that includes with Rob Blake going down early in game 3 and Colorado having to play guys to death. Tanguay had it, but it didn't get right to the middle of his tape. It looked like it just slipped off the toe. Scott Hannon was there anyway. Boy, Scott Hannon looked like he was going to be there for the block one way or the other. Great mobility, super toughness, big and strong, really reads the play well. I mean, there are no weaknesses in Scott Hannon's game.
He was their leading ice time man during the season, and as Bill said, he has kept that up here in the playoff year. Forsberg to Konowalchuk a little bit behind him. Another one of the new lines we're seeing for the Avs in this game. There's Milan Hajduk was out there with Forsberg and Konowalchuk. Rafji took the hit far side. Bugner a chance, deflected. There's a net shot. Deflected to the near side. Nabokov may have gotten a piece of that as it went by. And that'll be whistled on a 2-line pass. We'll look at that play against Nabokov when we come back.
IT.
Problem.
Try rebooting.
Already did. Meeting in minutes.
Run utilities.
Not good.
Alt FX.
It's getting worse. Something's happening.
Hit escape.
There is no escape.
Problem solved.
What?
Replaced.
How'd you do that?
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
Are you Brad? I'm Alex.
No, it's not Brad.
Blind date.
Sorry, Alex.
Hey, you must be Brad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Alex.
New Smirnoff Ice Triple Black Premium Malt Beverage.
So, what is your name?
You depend on your car for so much. So why not depend on the people who know it best? To keep it running stronger, performing better, to keep it genuine. With genuine Ford and Lincoln Mercury parts and service. Our factory-trained technicians know exactly what your car needs at a price you'll like. Get an oil change, inspection, and more. Just $34.95 or less. Keep it genuine. Only at Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealerships. Genuine parts, genuine service, genuine peace of mind.
Colorado trying to bang down San Jose's door early here in game 4. Nothing yet. Look at Nabokov here with his stick. He actually interfered with it. When Hajduk went down, Konowalchuk had to wait. I think he hesitated because he was afraid to hit Hajduk in the face. Nabokov ended up getting just a chunk of it with his pad. And frustration again. The hometown crowd has not had one goal to cheer about yet.
You see the first period goes. Colorado only 1 here. They had 9 against Dallas. That one will be gloved and held on to. Santos was cutting in, so Nabokov decides to take the faceoff.
You know, what's underrated about Nabokov, I mean, yes, his puck saving ability has been tremendous, but the reads on the play, watch what he does here. He's got to know who's coming at him, right? Gets the shot in his glove. Okay, I've got my defenseman to my left. I'm going to put it in. Now, wait a minute. I see this other guy cutting from the right. Santos coming in. I'll take the faceoff. Even though San Jose hasn't been very good on them in this series, Nabokov made a good read there and a good decision.
And San Jose wins the draw. Colorado's had a 58% edge. That's how many of the faceoffs they've won percentage-wise in the series. Shot on. Avishred blocked that one. Wayne Primo the chance. Ricci, who had to go out for part of the last game with some sort of an injury, came back to play, and he's right back in the lineup tonight. Ricci out there with Chichu into the corner. Chichu and Primo, the others on the line with Ricci. That one can't be knocked down by Kyle McLaren. He's got to give chase at the other end. McLaren coming back will touch that one up, face off the other way.
Mike Ricci's looking around saying, hey, are any of you guys watching what's happening out here? Because I'm getting cross-checked. Kind of a little love-tap cross-check. He had something going on with Bob Bugner. When they headed back up ice, Bob Bugner took a little hit from him, gave him a little shot back. Can't call that.
Love taps.
Mike Ricci, an important issue here. Ron Wilson had to be sure that Mike Ricci could last the game. And then, you know, that's when a coach has to have an honest discussion with a player. And the player's going to tell him he wants to play and can play. But Ron Wilson was down to 3 lines in game 3. And he said it almost caught them. The altitude was whacking him to death in the 3rd period.
Kind of surprised Alan McCauley's come back in, too. When you've got a 3-0 lead in a series, a guy who's had a bad shoulder, played in only 2 games. Question of how strong he is going to be. And also a chance for a re-injury. But obviously, they feel they need him in the lineup and that he's good enough to go and will be able to play. Brought in off the near side to Jason Marshall. Marshall will dump it back in behind the net.
Real high priority for the Sharks for having 4 lines out there, too.
Yep.
4 that can play. Yeah, 4 that can play.
We talked about Ricci on the touch-up here in the icing call. Take a look at Mike Ricci in the last game with the play that forced him out for a bit.
It was actually the first shift. He got hit by Steve Konowalchuk right here on that same shift. Thornton went out, so 2/3 of the same line left the game. Now, Mike Ricci came back and played 2 shifts in the 3rd period, but didn't play a whole heck of a lot when the guys were sucking for air on the bench.
Ricci, for the last 2 years in a row, he's been the number 4 guy for the Selke Award. 2 years in a row, so a fine defensive forward, a very tough player. David Abisher watches that one go wide of the net, held in along the near side point at least momentarily. They couldn't get it out of there.
I think if we had a Junkyard Dog Award, Mike Ricci would be definitely top 3 every year.
Well, that depends now. When he played here in Denver, Bill, he was voted Denver's sexiest athlete. And his teammates in San Jose have not let him forget it.
Well, he's the sexiest junkyard dog I've ever seen there.
Backhanded into the middle. David Abisher, what a save! David Abisher on the deflection, found it, headed for the 5-hole.
South San Jose manufactures goals. Boy, they get it. Drive the net, look for a little deflection. Hopefully something goes in. Korolyuk had a good touch right in front of Abisher. From our Southwest Airlines goal cam, David Abisher made sure he didn't leave any 5-hole room.
Face-off will come to his right. 8 minutes into period number 1. Shots are 7-3 in favor of San Jose. The shots in this series have been 82-65 in favor of Colorado. This could be a collision shot. Save! Rebound knocked away. Oh my gosh, he done it again. Dan Heinold with a breakaway and a huge save that has the crowd here mumbling.
Went 5-hole.
Makes him big.
Yevgeny Nabokov must have shown him some kind of daylight between the pads, but by the time Danny Heinold pulled the trigger, it was gone.
Hannon blocked it away to center. So there's one big chance. It's gone by the boards. Off the blocker and up into the netting off Curtis Brown's shot. Great opportunity for Dan Heinold.
Started with the face-off. And just a bank off the boards with somebody going right up the middle and a fumble by Brad Stewart. Brad Stewart was in complete control until the puck bounced over his stick. Yeah, he went 5-hole, and you could see daylight. Give it to him and take it away. So this game is not unlike how Game 3 started. Good scoring opportunities for Colorado, and yet in this series for Colorado at home, not a goal to show for all of the enthusiasm and scoring chances.
And that is San Jose's game. They just play it that way, then you make a mistake and you're behind.
But the difference here is that San Jose is generating their share of scoring chances too. They're right in this thing from the get-go.
Early on in the game, that is onside if the Avs hold it in. Table Solani had it blocked. Solani hit that one off Kyle McLaren. Off the wall, Primo dug it out of there. Bob Bugner's got a piece of him against the wall. Came back to Rathje, and Rathje will just dump it. So we are scoreless more than midway through. The San Jose Sharks 7-1 in the playoffs. Colorado's 4-4. The Avalanche in a must-win situation against the Sharks, whom they have beaten twice in playoff action in previous years. Sent deep into the corner. Back for it, Marshall. Over to Hannon. Hannon up. Came out of the zone. They wave off any icing. It's got to be played. David Abisher has shown a willingness to move out of that net here in this first period to play the puck. It's dumped out to center ice by Vananen. Right back in, but the Sharks had not cleared the zone. Dave Ryan with us tonight downstairs. Dave.
All right, Gary, thanks so much. We know it's only happened twice in NHL history. Not since 1975 that a team has come back from an 0-3 deficit to win a series. But if you listen to winger Alex Tanguay of Colorado, he believes it can happen. He says, after all, we had 3 4-game win streaks in the regular season. But of the 12 victories, 6 of the teams didn't make the playoffs. And San Jose was not among the list. Tony Granato says, a little guarantee of sorts, guys, that his team will play its best game of the series tonight and will get back to San Jose for a 5th game.
Well, we'll see. That is the hope, of course. With only 2 teams having done it before, it is a miraculous sort of achievement if you can get there. Here's Rathje along the near side wall.
You're only done when you quit.
Yeah,
and Colorado will not quit.
Trouble is, for them, neither will the San Jose Sharks.
Exactly.
They want this thing ended right here.
And they can't say, Colorado can't say, stick a fork in us, we're done. Obviously, they're going to say all the right things. They have to.
Ekman almost got that. Nicolation will bring it back in the other way. Dumped it into the corner. And we turn into a pretty grinding game again. Lyle save made. That got through. Through a screen. Lyles again deflected high slot. Nick collision. Dumped it in the corner off the backhand. Cleared up the wall, but not very far in the attempted out. Good help on the hold-in. Matthew Barnaby was there. Nick collision is there. There's Barnaby going in behind the net. Barnaby got the stick up high on Ekman and got away with one there. Lyles a chance. Bounces off a shark near side. Cleared to the point, not out. Lyles sends it to the middle, and Nabokov says enough of that. When we get back, we'll tell you if the Avalanche franchise has ever been swept in this best-of-7 playoff series.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs, Saturday at 3 Eastern on ABC.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, sir.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there?
Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
With Southwest Airlines last-minute fares, you'll never pay more than $2.99 one way. So why would you fly with anyone else?
You are now free to move about the country.
You depend on your car for so much. So why not depend on the people who know it best? To keep it running stronger, performing better, to keep it genuine. With genuine Ford and Lincoln Mercury parts and service. Our factory-trained technicians know exactly what your car needs and when, all at a price you'll like. Right now, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th one free. Keep it genuine. Only at Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealerships. Genuine parts, genuine service, genuine peace of mind.
People at the party just show some love. If you got 2 hands, then raise them up. Raise them up. Then raise them up.
Drink intelligently. A reminder from Smirnoff Ice Triple Black Premium Malt Beverage, proud sponsor of 2003 Winston Cup champion Matt Kenseth and the number 17 car.
The Avalanche, you see what they face. They have been swept only once in the best-of-7 series, not in the last 30.
All the way back in 1982, which is only their 3rd year in the National Hockey League.
Trying to avoid it here, 0-0, our exclusive coverage. Great to have you with us, those of you in San Jose and here in Denver. Off the face-off, the swept out of the zone. Actually, that had been won by the Avs, but they couldn't control it. Point chance. David Abisher knocked it away. Played by Todd Harvey to the near side boards. Colorado Avalanche playing the physical part of it. Swung around behind the net by Lyles. High note looking. Intended for Forsberg in the middle. Could not connect. McLaren brings it to the red. Backhanded in. Lyles again. Lyles out there with Kurt Sauer making his first appearance in the playoffs. Forsberg went wide, but they were changing, and he ended up passing to himself. Adam Foote will come back to get it. Foote leading this team in ice time. Will continue to do so, especially with Blake out. Dropped over to Joe Sakic. Sakic, shot, blocked again. Foote down the middle, open. Foote trying to get it off. Does, deflected up behind the net. Again, it was the San Jose Sharks in front of Nabokov making the play.
And all they did was delay Foote long enough so that he ended up in a bad angle.
Into the seats.
Well, tomorrow night, the Stanley Cup playoffs presented by Nextel continue. The Tampa Bay Lightning have a chance to sweep the Montreal Canadiens. What a dramatic Game 3 victory for Tampa Bay. Their first ever Eastern Conference final. They can get there if they win. Actions at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN. Then on ESPN2 at 10 Eastern, the Flames and the Red Wings. With the Flames up 2-1 in their series.
One thing the Avs have done here in the first, shot wide again by Foote. They've stayed out of the penalty box. They are leading playoff teams, and that means they're on the bottom. They have the most penalty minutes per game in the playoffs.
And San Jose stayed out of the box, too. Ron Wilson wants to play an even-strength series. No question.
Yeah, Hannon had that one go to the far side as he shot ricocheted away into the middle. Hannon again is open, a chance, save. Rebound right back to him. Hannon shooting gallery. Missed it wide. Hannon just standing there in the slot area, gunning away.
3 for $1.
Dimitrakos had it in the corner. His pass deflected. Not out of the zone yet. Even they're finally able to move that one up, and it's cleared out of there. Vanderbilt dumped it in wide. Gee, the Avs looked disrupted in this game. Their line changes aren't good. They're kind of halting in the way they're playing.
Especially in their zone, but I think they've stabilized. Remember, Kurt Sauer hadn't played a playoff game this season. When you take Rob Blake out of your lineup, and the guys know that he's not going to be there, it's a tough mental adjustment to get into a game and say, guys, let's just play like Rob's here. He isn't here.
Yeah, Scratch-Stitch will take that one back. Nick Collision won the face-off. Scratch-Stitch going up the wall. McCauley was there to knock it away. Great job by Ekman, who stayed with him all the way through that. Koroliuk in the corner. He gets pinned up. Grattan was over there. Grattan's had a good series shots-wise. That one ends up going up and into the seats. Here's a guy who's big enough to do the thing they need, get in front of the net, create some opportunities. He's willing to do that if they can just get in the zone and get it started.
Pretty well locked into a third line role, playing the left side, but he can play center, can take face-off, so there is some flexibility there. Right now, Tony Granato could use Chris Grattan to supply one thing, a goal. Any kind of offense from anybody. The Avs haven't had one goal in the playoffs so far from their defensemen.
They had a defensive unit that figured second in goals, third in points during the regular season. They've had one assist in this series. Drop back to the middle. Shot got blocked and comes to the walls. Fados lost his stick. That one, Sauer's chance, deflected up and over. Fados again was there to deflect it. But again, despite all of this, the shot's not ending up on net. Sauer blocked shots. Fados save made. That was on net. But Nabokov saw it cleanly. Koroliuk's going to go. Delayed call here. Shot into the corner. Extra skater out for Colorado. Koroliuk gets a shot in before the whistle.
Oh, he crushed Dan Highnote. Boy, did he ever hit him. I don't know if his arms got up on Highnote or something, but Dan Highnote didn't see it coming. And Koroliuk, who's not really a hitter, had to have something on the go with Highnote because he just crushed him. Watch this. Boom! Dan Highnote didn't have possession of the puck.
2 minutes. Interference.
Yeah, that's the call. Interference. The puck was about 6 feet away from Dan Highnote.
Well, here's the chance for the Colorado Avalanche. They get the first power play. They've gone 2 for 11 so far in this series. The penalty comes at 13:31. Koroliuk on the interference call. And the penalty killer's going to work. Sakic will be playing along the blue line on the power play with Blake out of there. Forsberg, Hayduk, Lyles is down low now. Only Sakic back. Loose puck, backhander into the middle. Never ended up on net. It was in the slot, and it got cleared by Kyle McLaren.
Milan Hayduk waited to pull the trigger, and I don't know why. He had all net to shoot at.
Sakic runs it into the corner by Primo and Hannon. Leaves it for Peter Forsberg. That puck sat there in the paint all by itself for a precious second. And McLaren found it and cleared. Hayduk, bad pass. He tried to put that through 3 people.
McLaren was waiting for that.
Look at this again. David Abisher's at the blue line. That's twice he has come all the way out. Back over in the middle. Hayduk shot. That one got blocked again. Held on to by Tanguay. Tanguay will dump it into the corner. Leaves it for Sakic near point. Sakic, Grissom. They're crashing people down low on the power play here, leaving one man back, and that has been Joe Sakic, a forward. Primo trying to get it out of there along the wall. There's Sakic holding it in. Flip pass to Hayduk. Down to 46. Sakic save. Rebound. Chipped away. Ekman a fine play. Short-handed San Jose Sharks. Only Sakic is on the legs. Ekman in backhander. Penalty coming on Joe Sakic. Sakic was out of gas, and he had to trip him because he could not keep up with him.
Oh, Ekman with his great speed. What a super read by Ekman. When he looked up, he realized he had Joe Sakic, the forward, back there. And Sakic is back there because Rob Blake is out of the lineup with an injury. Ekman said, I'm going to burn him with my speed. Who? Complete takedown by Joe Sakic. He wasn't even close to the puck, and he knew it. He just wanted to stop Ekman. It was twofold. Stop Ekman from getting in clean and avoid the penalty shot at the same time.
Wow.
And at the other end of the power play, watch this. The puck was scored out to Hayduk. Well, I take it back. Nabokov took away the net quicker than I thought. I said he waited to pull the trigger. Chalked one up for Nabokov there. I mean, Hayduk was looking, waiting to see Twine, and Nabokov beat him to the empty space.
Sakic goes. We are 4 on 4. 14:58 on the tripping call. 27 seconds left on the Sharks penalty. Then they'll have a power play. That'll be whistled to the offside. Face-off will come to center. We are scoreless in a must-win game for the Avs.
Are you Brad? I'm Alex.
No, it's not Brad.
Blind date.
Sorry, Alex.
Hey, must be Brad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Alex.
New Smirnoff Ice Triple Black Premium Malt Beverage.
So what is...
We're moving out our best sellers at Kendrick Nissan today. Make the shift and save on a new Nissan Sentra starting at just $219 a month. Or go big in the new Titan full-size or Frontier family of pickup trucks. You'll save even more on Nissan Quest, the all-new minivan, just $333 a month. Even Xterra is yours for less during April's bestseller sale at Kendrick Nissan, State Road 26 East, right here in Lafayette.
The Atlanta Braves are back on TBS. Catch the best in Major League action all season long.
There's a drive. Did he get enough of it? Listen to this crowd.
Don't miss a game or even a pitch. Atlanta Braves baseball all season on TBS.
Those were shots from Game 3 where Colorado outchanced San Jose 18-8. This time San Jose's turned it around 7-4 so far, chance-wise in favor of the Sharks here in the first period. Another break. Little room, but only one man up. Shot on. Blocked. Wow, what a chance Fados had on that one. Came out of nowhere with it. Poke checked away by McLaren.
He did an incredible job just to get any kind of shot off.
Couldn't believe he was going to do it. Peter Forsberg's Fados again. Just missed it outside. Picked back up by Rathje. The Sharks have already had 11 shots in this period. It is the most they have had in a period in this series. And now they're on the power play for a minute 12. San Jose Sharks. Neither of these teams has had the power play do a whole lot for them in this series. With the Sharks having the 4 power play goals in this, the 18th chance that they have had. It'll be rolled back to Damphus. Damphus blocked in front, back to the blue line. When the Damphus played it as it was held in along the point. Dimitrakos was out there alone at the blue line. Now he's got to back up. Konowalchuk short-handed. Save made, left pad, right pad, rather.
Boy, I thought Konowalchuk would try him there. I think Steve was out of gas. He's gone to the bench, but that's another example of having a forward back there. Try him on.
32 left to go in the power play for the Sharks. It is a scoreless first period to this point. Chichu dumped it. Abisher came out to play it. Stewart stepped up to hold it in, so nobody at the line, and it's cleared. Good effort made by Dan Highnote to get it out of there. Down to 16 seconds left to go. Dimitrakos back in his own end. Both teams changing up specialty units. That one's a 2-liner. And the faceoff will come the other way.
There's the rookie Marek Fados. Had a couple of good scoring chances. He lost his footing here going up against Big Mike Rathje. And when he was lying down, was still able to pop a puck up and through. Nabokov couldn't control the rebound. And then he just rifled one wide. Pulled it a little bit.
Fatos a goal and 5 assists this playoff season, having virtually missed the entire year because of injuries. Almost a takeaway along the blue line. No shots on the power play, and it's over. David Abisher misplayed it. He's going to get in trouble. He's down on the ice. Primo, he gets back up in net. Hannon, a chance. Save made. That went off the left pad. Behind the net.
I think it went off something before it got to the left pad. Good positioning for Abisher, who, you're right, was out of control until he got back into the paint and got square.
He fell down trying to get back, but the puck stayed loose long enough. Daniel Solani, Primo, Sakic almost took it away. Solani just went right by that one as it got mishandled. Todd Harvey hit along the wall. Hayduk back in. Hayduk around. Backhand chance. Nope. Leaves it. Penalty coming. Delayed call. That deflects near side. Extra skaters out there for Colorado. Konowalchuk, a delayed whistle on the San Jose Sharks. They've got the extra skater empty net the other end. Lyles shot it. Blocked to the near side. The defensive team must control the puck before the whistle. They haven't done that yet. Lyles again. Waiting on the official's whistle. Lyles at the point. Sends it in. That one went wide through everybody. Joe Sakic over to get it back to Lyles. One of the longest delays you'll see. Blocked, and there it is.
Good job by Colorado. They came out and went into their power play mode right away. Sakic on the point with Lyles. And it was a 6-on-5 because Abisher was on the bench. But they set it up just like it was a power play.
2 minutes for holding.
Holding's the call. Ron Wilson's team needing one to move on to the conference finals. Hannon arguing about it. And pretty vociferously, Don Van Massenhoven, Don Koharski are referees.
There's the penalty right there. The bare hand without a glove. Yep, had a scruff of the jersey and had his arm around him. How many times have we seen this season? We talk about the loose hand penalty. Once you wrap it around a guy or get a piece of him, it's almost always called.
Automatic whistle.
Yeah.
Holding at 18:05. Hannon's out of there. Second power play of the game now for the Colorado Avalanche. No score here in the first period. 12-9 shots in favor of the Sharks. They're winning faceoffs in this period, too. Cleared out of the zone off that draw win. McLaren got it out.
That was really strange. Alex Tanguay took the draw instead of Nikolic, and Nikolic's a full-time setter.
Lyles will move it up on the power play. He is playing a lot with Blake out of there and on the specialty teams as well. Loose behind the net. Curtis Brown battled, got it free, cleared off the stick. Look out. Short-handed opportunity. Chicho in. The shot. Abisher and Korolyuk. Korolyuk was in, and Abisher makes the big save. Joe Sakic the other way. Power play still underway here for the Avs. Off the far side to Foot. Foot. They've got Forsberg down low with Hayduk. In the corner, Forsberg, Sakic. Foot's the only one back along the line now. Now Connor Walchuk in front. That one bounced. 1 minute left to go in the period. They had a setup, but Hayduk had it bounce on.
Boy, what a goaltending standoff this first period has been. Abisher now matches Nabokov on the breakaway save.
Still nobody's been able to get one on the board. 50 seconds left on the power play. Less than that in the period. Forsberg. Sakic waiting along the point. Forsberg spinning. Stewart knocked it away from Solani. Back to Forsberg. Brent Stewart had a piece of it. Sakic can't hold it in. Down to 28 to go in the period. Period will expire before the power play time does. It's moved up for Peter Forsberg. Forsberg across. The red into the blue. Dropped it for Hayduk. Little tap shot save. Domfus got it. Domfus, the high flip out of the zone. David Abisher will have to play it. Abisher pushes it away as he had Marleau moving in on him. But he also had a defender in front to help. And that's going to do it. 4 seconds will be left on the power play. A scoreless first period. Coming up, we'll take you back, John and Barry. Bring us up to date. Flyers, Maple Leafs recap. The Red Wings and Flames a preview. And news and notes of what's going on around the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines intermission. So, for the San Jose Sharks and the Colorado Avalanche, one wins and moves on. The Avs lose and they're out. Game to be decided. Zip, zip.
You depend on your car for so much. So why not depend on the people who know it best? To keep it running stronger, performing better, to keep it genuine. With genuine Ford and Lincoln Mercury parts and service. Our factory-trained technicians know exactly what your car needs at a price you'll like. Get an oil change, inspection, and more. Just $34.95 or less. Keep it genuine. Only at Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealerships. Genuine parts, genuine service, genuine peace of mind.
People at the party just show some love, and you got your hands and raise them up. Drink intelligently. A reminder from Smirnoff Ice Triple Black Premium Malt Beverage, proud sponsor of 2003 Winston Cup champion Matt Kenseth and the number 17 car.
Democrats use Yahoo Search for hugging trees, protecting little itty-bitty insects.
Republicans will check Yahoo News for the latest on large boats.
Republicans use Yahoo to find friends,
yachts,
to do charitable work,
yachts,
to do volunteer work, to bring this country together to make it a better, more loving country.
A lot of them get their trophy wives on Yahoo.
Politics engine, commentary engine, life engine.
Yahoo!
Shrimp,
shrimp has never tasted so big. Introducing TGI Fridays' new shrimp flavors. 3 all-new dishes overflowing with flavor. Like orange peel shrimp with a sweet and tangy glaze. Sizzling shrimp in a zesty pepper and tomato sauce. And spicy Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta. Get a taste of the new shrimp flavors, now at TGI Fridays.
I said, baby, you're amazing. I want to let you see you're everything and more.
Big Fish. Get it now on DVD.
I pushed through the pain and raised my game. A victory is the only thing to gain. So I take it to the hole, drive it up your lane. The trophy is the reason why I came. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started.
Get caught up on the day in sports starting at 11 with SportsCenter.
This news just went down.
Then Outside the Lines nightly.
The topic, steroids and drug testing.
Followed by Baseball Tonight.
Why not just use your bullpen?
The entire day in sports. Weeknights starting at 11 Eastern on ESPN.
Welcome to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
John Saunders, Barry Melrose here. It just goes to show you never know what's going to happen, because we talked before this game. You expected Colorado to come out with a lot of fire.
John, I cannot believe this wasn't the best period of hockey the Colorado Avalanche have played all year. They're game 4, you're down 3 games to nothing. It's in your building. It might be your last home game of the year. You don't want to leave the people feeling and seeing what they saw in that first period. It was like, we'll take this win if you don't want it, San Jose. So they're very lucky it's 0-0 and they have a chance to win this in the second and third period.
They could be eliminated tonight. Toronto was in almost a similar situation against the Philadelphia Flyers. Down only 2-0, but lose game 3, and you can forget about the series. Matt Sundin leading the Leafs out, trying to get back. Brashear with a pass to Primo. It's deflected by Eddie Belfour and hits the crossbar.
Primo had a strong game. That line had a strong game, John.
How about Alexander Mogilny gets loose on a breakaway, scores. The Leafs have a 1-0 lead.
Well, Alexander Mogilny's a great skater. Couldn't be caught there by the defenseman of the Philadelphia Flyers and put it in for a second goal of the playoffs. Right here, McCabe throws it at the net. Ponikarovsky, I call him Dr. Zhivago for obvious reasons, just tips it by the goaltender, Ash. Ash had a strong first period also, but just tip it, tie the stick up defenseman. You can't leave the stick free and expect to stop the puck. Right here, Ty Domi, great play from the point. Ty gets an assist, and Kilgore is his second goal of the series.
And then Brian Leach will set up Darcy Tucker in the slot. Great crit shot, and Toronto has a 4-1 lead and a 4-1 victory. It's the first playoff game this season where Philadelphia hasn't scored first.
Eddie Belfour was great in the first period, John. He stopped the breakaway, really gave his team a chance to win this game. Solid game.
And Ty Domi again.
Ty Domi, man. Put a man on him.
He is playing just as hard as anyone out there. We'll come back with more in a moment. San Jose and Colorado scoreless after a period.
About the country.
Uh-oh, not good. Okay, boys, time to go to work. Come on, let's go.
Want to keep your car looking pit crew perfect? Introducing DuPont Teflon Car Care products. When you use DuPont Teflon Wax, Protectant, and Tire Shine, dirt, mud, and grime have a hard time sticking. So your car practically keeps itself shiny. DuPont Teflon Car Care products. A miracle of science from DuPont.
There's just no limit to the great things And brings together. And now that includes an unlimited array of unlimited calling plans from AT&T. And can take you wherever you want to go, right from your home phone. Come together with And from AT&T.
That ought to do it.
Oh, you're going international, huh?
That's the plan.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Frank, little help!
Here you go, guys.
Hey, ragazzi!
Hey, Franco, che aiuti?
Ci vediamo.
Ciao, Franco.
Ciao.
Ecco i pacchi dall'America.
Sì, lavoriamo con l'estero, eh?
Ti ringrazio.
Complimenti.
Global shipping with a very familiar face. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
8 teams remaining, trying to get down to 4. And Barry, when you look at this, the last team that you would have thought to be trailing in this series out of these 8 would be the Detroit Red Wings.
Well, it's been a funny playoff series for Detroit. Calgary's beat up. 3 of the regular defensemen are out. 3 of the regular forwards are out. And yet they're winning this series 2-1. One of the reasons Detroit's struggling, believe it or not, is lack of offense. Who'd have thought that would ever happen to the mighty Detroit Red Wings? But their key guys are getting a little bit older, and they're not putting the puck in the net, and they're not getting the chances to put the puck in the net. You got to give Calgary a lot of credit. You got to give the goaltender Kiprusoff a lot of credit. But these stars for Detroit's got to start scoring. Eisman has 2 goals, but only since he's put in the checking line. Datsuk's not scoring. Zetterberg's not scoring. Shanahan's not scoring. Hull scored 1 goal, but right that situation, he's not putting the puck in the net. So much offense, so many great offensive players, so many Hall of Famers, but they're not getting the job done. They're being outworked by Calgary. They're being out-hit by Calgary. I really think Dave Lewis has to get McCarty in the lineup more, Holmstrom in the lineup more, Fisher in the lineup more. You got to put physical players against Calgary. Make them pay a little bit of a physical price to play against you instead of them doing all the hitting and all the outworking, John.
Plus, Kiprusoff has done
very
a
solid
job.
goaltender.
Like Nabokov, if he sees the puck, he's going to stop it. Tomorrow, the Lightning can sweep away Les Canadiens.
Oh, I love it when you speak French, John.
7 o'clock Eastern time. That's an exclusive broadcast. What are you, Gomez Adams or something?
So much better at it in
Western
English.
Conference semifinals, Game 4. The Red Wings and the Flames. Almost a must-win for Detroit. That's tomorrow. Meanwhile, David Avishar coming up big on a breakaway. He's need to be, or the Sharks would be up big.
If a relaxing moment turns into the right moment, will you be ready? Introducing Cialis, the first tablet for erectile dysfunction that gives you up to 36 hours to choose the moment that's right for you and your partner. New Cialis goes to work fast and can work for up to 36 hours. Cialis is not for everyone. If you take nitrates for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, do not take Cialis. Such combinations could cause a sudden unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. The most common side effects were headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. Erections lasting longer than 4 hours, though rare, require immediate medical help. Discuss your health status with your doctor to ensure Cialis is right for you and you are healthy enough for sexual activity. Ask your doctor if a free sample of prescription Cialis is right for you. 36-hour Cialis. When the moment is right, will you be ready?
George Lopez here in front of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror opening May 5th at the Disneyland Resort. You know, when I was a kid, my mom wouldn't take me to Disneyland. She said, you want to see a mouse? Pull out the fridge. Watch a special George Lopez Friday, April 30th, and count all the hidden Mickeys in the show. And if you find the most Mickeys, you can win a VIP vacation for 4 to Disneyland and $10,000.
I can't find any.
Go to abc.com to enter and for rules.
The Great Mouse Hunt with George Lopez. Friday at 8, 7 Central, part of TGIF on ABC.
So what makes a quality car?
Safety features. Safety's #1.
Toyota Camry has an advanced airbag system and anti-lock brake system.
Quality car
Means value.
good mileage.
Camry was named an excellent value, and it gets 33 miles per gallon.
Somebody give me a Camry.
Get zero financing for 36 months on a new 04 Solara or Camry, or 1,000 customer cash on Camry. See your Toyota dealer.
The greatest spectacle in college racing, the 47th running of the Purdue Grand Prix, with veteran racing announcer Larry Rice and Auto Week TV's John Seneff. See 33 drivers push their limits on the tough Purdue Grand Prix road course. The Purdue Grand Prix is presented by Toyota, Kimberly-Clark, Purdue Athletics, and benefits scholarships. The Purdue Grand Prix broadcast is sponsored locally by Mike Razor Ford City. They'll sell you a new Ford for less, guaranteed. Also by
This is the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
It did not take Doc Rivers very long to get back into coaching, so ABC is going to lose him. He was fired this year, of course, by Orlando after being Coach of the Year during his first season, and now he will coach the Boston Celtics. Kobe Bryant, meanwhile, is playing tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers against Houston after being in a Denver courtroom earlier today. Now, apparently what has happened is Kobe Bryant has an arraignment date set where he will set a plea, and when that happens, 6 months from that date, the trial must begin sometime in that period. So Kobe is on the court, though, today. Right now, we are scoreless, headed towards the second period.
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
When Yamaha set out to build the world's ultimate off-road vehicle, it had to have the greatest ground clearance.
Jack!
Independent front and rear suspension.
Jack!
Toughness.
He's tough.
And of course, seating for two. The all-new Rhino 660 four-wheel drive from Yamaha. It's a whole new breed of off-road vehicle.
This year, he'll spend 32 hours trimming bushes, 61 hours mowing the lawn, 52 hours watering flowers. But he won't have to refinish his deck for another 4 years. Behr Premium Weatherproofing Wood Sealer and Finish with silicone. 4-year protection against rain, sun, wind, and snow, guaranteed. Behr. Get it right every time.
The grilling man fears his ancient nemesis no more. I refer not to the double-cut pork chop, the nuance of burger rotation, but to the empty propane tank. Yes, the grilling man knows the ways of Blue Rhino. As he swaps for the perfect full Blue Rhino tank, there is no sad goodbye, for drop, swap, and go is the brave new world, where the flame is always blue and the wieners never burn. Fear not, grilling man. Blue Rhino is at your command.
I get headaches a lot. Some weeks it's like I get one every day. It was so frustrating. I used to take anything in reach. I knew some medicines caused stomach problems, but my stomach felt fine. And then I found out, even if you don't feel it, aspirin can be damaging to your stomach. So maybe there's some problems going on that you don't even feel. I'm not okay with that.
The pure pain relief of Tylenol works fast on your headaches and is safer on your stomach.
Honey, we're pregnant.
Oh, let's get to work. Twins. Didn't see that coming. Morning, baby.
What's so good about it?
Mood swings, perfectly normal. Breast pump. Ow.
There's an accident on the 20, so take the parkway.
Life's better with the Butterfly. Come see all the ways you can get more done at MSN.com.
Rain-X Car Wax not only shines your car, it protects it from Mother Nature. In fact, there's nothing Mother Nature can do to harm it. Well, almost nothing. Rain-X repels rain, dirt, and absorbs UV rays. Rain-X, protection you can see.
All right, boys, playoff hockey production is underway. Set all machines to maximum. It's all about determination and toughness now. Only one team's going to hoist the cup. The NHL playoffs delivered nightly on ESPN and ESPN2.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel. Brought to you by Bud Light, the proud sponsor of the NHL. Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light. It's all here. And new Gillette Complete Skincare. It's time to face skincare like a man.
Welcome back, everybody. Contrary to what you might believe, those two people are not going to date your daughter now or ever.
Lord and Lady Stanley.
Nabokov keeps his streak alive. Shutting out Colorado in the first.
The Avs have only scored one first-period goal in this series after lighting up Dallas in the previous series in the first period.
Colorado Avalanche with only 3 goals scored. It is the fewest this franchise has ever scored in the first 3 games of a playoff series. And we go to the second period, 0-0. Gary Thornville, Clement, and our crew back. Great to have you with us for exclusive coverage of this Game 4, where San Jose is trying to get to the conference final for the first time ever. The dump in had to be blocked. Nabokov was there to clear it away. Let's see if David Abisher continues to do some of the roaming we saw. And Bill and I were talking about during the intermission, Bill, whether San Jose tries to get him to do that.
Yeah, I don't think San Jose purposely dropped pucks just inside the blue line, but having seen how David Abisher came out and chased them, might not be a bad idea.
Give it a whirl, see if he'll stay at it. Bob Bugner off the near side boards, up from Elon Hayduk. Hayduk, Konowalchuk, and Forsberg put together for this game. Over to Forsberg, pinned up along the wall and knocked down. Primo reaching in. Hayduk there, Ricci there. Jammed at. Brad Stewart there. Puck is still up against the wall. Finally kicked out of there by Forsberg. Hannon will move it in. Hannon in, waiting for the cut to the net. Shot deflected wide. Jonathan Chichu, tied for the lead regular season in goals for the Sharks, redirected that. Ratchy drops it back. Ricci spun around, lost control of it, and it'll be flipped in by Chichu and played by David Abisher. Colorado Avalanche here at home, where throughout the season they had a struggle. They were 20th in the league, and it came to a home record. Goals for, goals against. They were a +19 at home. They were a +19 on the road. Didn't make any difference. Played back into Rafchi. Rafchi had it stolen. Sakic gets leveled by Rafchi. And as a result, the puck comes out of the zone again. Back for Teemu Solani, who dumps it in. There's Rafchi coming back to get it. Rafchi clears it around. That one almost intercepted by Sauer. Koroluk got it back. Koroluk will start it. We are seeing the Colorado Avalanche a little more than they did in the first 3 games. Show a willingness to dump the puck in. But when they are doing it in this game, San Jose is the team that's getting there first. Koroluk on the intercept. Right back into the zone and starts there. San Jose is trying to get a line change done here. Cross ice, McLaren's pass. That'll be sent into the corner where Harvey gives chase. Kurt Sauer, Harvey collide. Sakic moves over, went by him. Smith into the middle on the blocked shot. Cleared up, not out of the zone. Sakic's got it and will move it out. Immediately stolen. Tremendous checking. Back checking, forward checking. These Sharks don't ever stop that part of their game, and that's why they get turnovers.
They don't give you any time to do anything, do they?
Never. There's no room out there in the ice for Colorado to skate or set anything up.
That's what Ron Wilson said, and I think it was a great statement. He said, I think our defensemen have done a great job of making the ice seem smaller for Colorado's attack.
I think that's fair. Hendrickson dropped it to high notes. Spados cutting to the net. Couldn't get it to him. He had a step on the D, but again, Marleau was there to knock it away. So much help defensively for Nabokov. Here's Damphus. And Damphus sends it in, redirected straight up in the air. Patrick Marleau cutting through, got a piece. High note up, not out. Held in at the point for a moment at least.
San Jose almost always has somebody cutting to the net. And you saw Damphus was able to delay long enough to wait. That's something Colorado doesn't have, is that amount of time.
Let's check in down at ice level with Dave Ryan. Dave.
Gary, San Jose assistant coach Jim Hunter says the big concern is the pressure Colorado's forwards are putting on the Sharks' defense by throwing pucks wide and following up in the offensive zone. The forwards are really stretching out the Sharks' blue liners. The advice to the defense from the coaches, don't back into the zone, move forward as much as possible, cut off the Colorado forecheck before it develops. Positional defense, guys, critical for San Jose in this second period.
Yep, and only possible if you've got forwards that are just making every effort to get back and support you. There's not a defenseman in the world that will stand up and face the attack unless they know they've got pressure coming back. You have to back in.
Yep, have to. That'll be moved back out to center, where they'll get onside. Jason Marshall, dump it near side. Primo deflected back into the zone. Marshall out there defensively with Hannon now. Nicolisian takes that one away. Nicolisian, bad pass. Sent right back in by Hannon. Abisher had a little trouble with that, so he wasn't going to try and find it. He'll hang on.
Well, in case you're wondering the status of Paul Kariya, he is still injured. He skated this morning and skated gingerly this morning on that bad ankle. He was injured right at the end of the regular season, has not appeared in the playoffs. You know, as much trouble as Colorado has had scoring goals, they would absolutely want to have Paul Kariya back if he were able to play, but he is not.
A season-long problem, Bill. The so-called 6 big forwards for this team have not been able to get onto the ice but for 19 games, which is pretty amazing. And of course, Teemu Selanne, Paul Kariya, 2 who were picked up and added to that forward group. Sakic knocked it away through center. That one's going to be whistled, though, on the offside call. Faceoff will be outside the zone. Not much. 3 goals, first 3 games. That franchise low.
Not much, not enough.
And nothing so far here.
How about Danny Heinold? For his 2 minutes and 42 seconds that he played in the first period, he was a pretty visible player. He had a breakaway, and he also was able to draw a penalty when Corlew nailed him.
I was looking at Darby Hendrickson, Bill. We were talking about that. Hendrickson went 5 for 6 in faceoffs and played 2.5 minutes. So he had guys who weren't out there very long who got genuinely involved when they were. Sent in. McLaren is back to get it. Kyle McLaren flips it up again out of the zone. Corlew, the intended, went by him to Stewart. Stewart over the blue, takes the chance. Abersher deflects it high off the glass. Stewart followed it up in the corner. Get taken out of the play, though. Sakic will move it up. Hayduk on the left side. Sakic in the middle. Deflects in and covered up before Sakic can get to it. Nabokov hangs on.
How about a little look at the profile on Dan Heinold? First job was a waiter at Perkins. Good way to start. Service-oriented guy. Favorite athlete, Cam Neely, the great. Had his best years with the Boston Bruins and attended West Point. And at one point was going to be an FBI agent.
Centering pass in front. Konowalchuk was there, but again got tied up. 3-on-2 chance, maybe the other way. Nope, they get back. Shot deflected wide. Todd Harvey the opportunity. Hannon stepping up to hold it in. Harvey will step up to get it. A whistle.
Adam Foote is down in the corner and looks like he is hurting.
Adam Foote. That's the whistle. And I did not see what happened.
No. Looks like he's dabbing at his face. I don't know. We'll see. He took Todd Harvey, and when he banged into Todd Harvey, he crumpled up. Look at this. Did he hit him with his face? He might have been leading with his jaw on that player, his chin.
Very woozy.
Oh, he's talking, and he's putting his helmet back on. Stomach, maybe his wind. Maybe get hit with a stick in the stomach.
Skating off all right. Got his wind back. Looked like what he said to the trainer.
Boy, with Rob Blake out of the lineup. See it again. Here comes Foote. His own stick? I don't know. It looked like he might have just had the wind knocked out of him somehow. He's taking out his mouth guard. I thought he was dabbing at his face there.
He's already up and on the bench again now. He skated off without any problem.
Somebody else's stick got jammed in between them too, so he's all right.
Face-off backhander just wide of Abersher. Dimitrakis with the opportunity on a face-off win by Patrick Marleau. The first period, 60% of the draws went to Colorado. Old Heinold looking up ice. Bob Bugner sends it in. Nobody touched it. Icing call coming. And let's check in with John.
Time now for a Bud Light update. Vinny LeCavalier got the goal to send this game into overtime. And Richards, one shot, then the banker. Tampa Bay wins the game and has a 3-0 lead.
We talk about sports being great theater. How about that? LeCavalier grew up there from the Montreal area. He got booed by the crowd for most of the game. Comes on and gets the tying goal in 16 seconds left.
Boy, did Montreal go after him early in that game. They really tested his mettle early, went after him, kept playing, played through it.
And he ripped the soul out of the Canadiens on that goal. Just ripped the soul. You look at that bench after he scored that goal, and I mean, it was like they were just devastated, and understandably so. Another face-off win for Patrick Marleau. Stolen, though. Flipped out of the zone. Stewart sends it across ice. The dump in by McLaren. Off the dasher. Abersher couldn't reach it. Foot right back out there with Scrastic. Scrastic. That's McLaren stepping up, trying to hold it in. The defensemen have done a lot of that. Dimitrakis looking into the middle. Foot pickpockets that one away. Stewart off his stick. There'll be no whistle on this. Got to be played. Konowalchuk saw that, hit McLaren. Good play, Konowalchuk, who kept it alive. Didn't realize it was with him behind the net. Swept away by McLaren. Chichu got it out of there. Up ice, Marlowe. Bugner goes by him. Bugner got to that puck first. Hit put on Konowalchuk, but he's able to move away to scratches. Primo stepped up. He blocked the attempted out. Boy, it's tough coming out of those corners. Matthew Barnaby getting a chance. Peter Forsberg has done some double shifting in this game. He's heading off the ice. Primo got tripped. Penalty coming. Delayed call. Chichu in. Chichu. There goes the net. Oh. The net got taken off before the shot. And Ricci arguing that that should be another call. We'll look at it when we come back.
Come on. The fact is, all light beers are low in carbs.
Feel good, don't it? This is for you and your crew. The ones that's true will always love you, no matter what you do.
Choose on taste. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
There are two ways to look at skincare. The girl's way or the guy's way. Introducing Gillette Complete Facial Moisturizer, the first moisturizer made for men by the people who know a man's face best. It's simple, non-greasy, fragrance-free with SPF 15. Smoother, healthy-looking skin in 14 days or your money back. New Gillette Complete Moisturizer. This is not your girlfriend's moisturizer. This is Gillette, the best a man can get.
Do the impression of the foreman.
Dad, Terry, do it. Come on, man.
Morning, ladies. Thanks for showing up. If you don't work, get out of my sight. Pick these things up. Get them out of here. You, put them down. What did I say? Up, down, for Pete's sake. You're driving me up a wall we ain't even built yet.
Introducing the powerful Ram Cummins 600.
It's right behind me.
It's amazing how 600 foot-pounds of class-dominating torque can really sneak up on you. Grab 0% APR financing or a $2,500 cash allowance, plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty on Ram Heavy Duty.
Sharks continue to generate attack here in the second period. Good little play by Wayne Primo to keep this alive. Then Jonathan Chichu with a really nice move, but you'll see Matthew Barnaby right there with Mike Ricci. Crashed into the net, knocked it off him. Chichu had to give up on the play. There was nothing to shoot at.
Power play opportunity, second of the game for the Sharks. Scratches goes for the tripping call at 6:28. San Jose Sharks power play in the playoffs has been a little bit better than what it was during the regular season. In this series, they are 4 for 18. They were during the regular season. Power play that was not spectacular, but did finish 7th and moved all the way up from 30th the year before. Brad Stewart sends that one in, 1:30 to go in the advantage. No score in a game where the San Jose Sharks have a chance to sweep the series and move on to the conference finals. The Avs can move it ahead to San Jose. Nikolajin shot that one wide. Short-handed, save made. At least blocked into the corner by Nabokov on a no-angle chance. Down to 1:09 to go in this power play. 15-12 the shots in favor of the Sharks. We haven't had any shots here in this period. Brad Stewart held that one in by kicking it down. Bob Bugner gets it. Looks for the clear. Got it out of there. Had Konowalchuk racing. But Nabokov will play it and almost got around it.
Kicked off the boards a little tougher than he thought it was going to.
Joe Sakic hurried that shot because he knew Nabokov was trying to get back into the net. Here comes Hannon on the power play unit. Koroliuk's on the near side, dumped into the far side. Ekman over there. Ekman had 3 shots for San Jose in the first period, leading all shooters. McCauley's on the power play, but Heino's got the puck. Moved out of the zone, feathered in. Here's Narvi Hendrickson. Hendrickson's all alone as they change. McCauley moved in to help on a good check put on by McLaren. Power plays down to 20. Shot, foot, short-handed. Nikolajin! Oh, denied again. Short-handed opportunity right there. Koroliuk moves it in off the glass. Adam Foote back to get it in the corner. 9 to go in the advantage for the Sharks. Boy, Nikolajin was at point-blank range. Power play over, no shots on it. 0 for 2 each team on the power play. Knocked away Skrastich. Taken back Smith. Moved back up by Harvey. Todd Harvey trying to get it into the zone. Couldn't get by. This one's going to have to be played by Nabokov. Straight into the middle. He saw Colorado change it.
Good play.
Beautiful pass through center to Harvey. Harvey takes the shot, blocked right back to him out the center. Sauer got a piece of that. And it's sent in. Was touched, no icing. Running time here in this game as these two teams have settled into another defensive battle. Forsberg taken out over there. Pretty good hit by Chichu. Forsberg right back up. Taken by Ricci. Ricci sends it ahead and into the zone. Played by Primo in the corner. Primo dumps it off. A lot of play in the corners along the wall. Ricci waiting. Got the puck. Sends it in. Deflected. Up and off the glass. Chichu again was in front of the net. Back comes Svantos. He sends it in, and Nabokov will hang on. And let's find Dave Ryan. Dave.
Hi, Gary. Thanks so much. We're joined by John Chichu's dad, Mervyn, all the way from Moose Factory, Ontario, some 500 miles north of Toronto. Now, back home, 2,000 people live in Moose Factory, Mervyn. How many are watching this game right now, and how many are out hunting?
Well, the Toronto Maple Leaf game is over, so there's probably most of the island's probably watching it, but there's also quite a few people out hunting.
It is goose season in Moose Factory, is that correct?
Yeah, it's goose hunting season, so everybody's out hunting right now.
What was your reaction to his between the legs goal, and is that...
Underneath, it's covered, it is not in.
Is that something he pulled a lot when he was a kid growing up?
Yeah, he had a lot of incredible moves ever since he was young in the different leagues that he played. But it's the first time we've ever seen like this. It was really amazing.
Gary, let's sort out what happened in front of that Sharks goal. Come back to Mervyn.
That was a great chance that Nabokov laid on. Then the net got pushed off the mark's pegs, and everybody on the ice stepped in, including the defenseman.
Well, this isn't the first time in this game that a puck has been lying in the paint, but no Avalanche player has been able to get there. Let's look at why. Pretty well were able to lock people out. Matthew Barnaby was outside the play. San Jose, you'll see from our Southwest Airlines goal cam, they come back and they collapse and they just pack it in. They pack it in around Nabokov and then tie up sticks.
Barnaby had the best chance
on
that rebound.
Cross check. 2 minutes. Roughing.
Look at it from the overhead. Oh, that almost went in off Nabokov himself when it hit the back of his leg.
And he got a little help from Jason Marshall to push that puck between his legs in order to get the whistle. You know the Avs got to be talking to themselves. It's come to the point of, like, what do we have to do to get this thing across the line?
Got to do exactly what they're doing right there. Get pucks into the paint and just jam away at it. And like a lot of teams, don't throw it to the paint. Throw it at Nabokov's feet where he can't see it.
Barnaby's looking at the replay to see how he didn't get that one. In the scrum along the net, Miners picked up Domfus and Grattan, 9:44, cross-checking and roughing respectively. And we have a 4-on-4 situation. Cannon will move that one in. Connor Walchuk was there to help redirect. It goes over Korolek's stick the other way. Now we got both goaltenders moving. Nabokov came way out to get it. Vananen back in his own end. Ossi Vananen turned by Korolek. Joe Sakic is out there. Sakic leaves it. Sakic will be on the near side right, crisscross in the middle. Sakic out there with Connor Walchuk, the two forwards on this 4-on-4. Sakic, Connor Walchuk both there. Good dig out. McLaren. Boy, McLaren's played a very strong series. Korolek moves it in. Korolek a little room. Korolek looking into the middle, and Pricing dropped it off into the corner. Couldn't get Brown. And played back behind the net with minute 4 to go in the 4-on-4. Up the near side, Adam Foote. Foote, the defenseman, lugs it in. Nobody in front of the net. He's waiting, trying to center Forsberg. Forsberg side of the net. Elon Hayduk to the dot. Hayduk centered for Forsberg. Strastic once, twice, and it was knocked away. Nabokov with a left pass.
I'm not sure he tried to do that. It looked like he was just trying to get back up to his feet, and he kicked it out.
What a play to the corner right there by Ekman. Ekman one-handed that to the corner to get it away from the Avalanche and then cleared it out of the zone. Adam Foote. And we've got 26 left to go on the 4-man 4-on-4. Poke checked away. Strasic is back on D with Foote. Left in the middle. A shot. Save made. And he gets run into it. A penalty coming. Marleau had the chance. It'll be goaltender interference on San Jose. A delayed call again. Vado sends it back in behind the net. We'll sort out the penalties when we come back in a 0-0 game.
No, 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 wrong.
Mayday.
Mayday.
Not a good time.
Exactly. Not a good time. I said it, I don't like it.
My client?
How bad?
What is with the marble? Very, very bad. People don't listen. Too many trees.
Doing the smile thing?
This is a joke, right? Doing it now.
Relax. You're under budget.
We're under budget. We're under budget. We're under budget. I love it. Loves it.
Oh.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
Introducing the only minivan with 2 rows of fold-in floor seats. The all-new 2005 Grand Caravan with exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage.
Honey, you coming?
The lowest priced minivan in America, starting under $19,000.
Can you move your toes?
Yeah, I think so.
You're fine. Really? Yeah, it's a mild sprain. Just give it a little ice after the game. Now get back out there.
You sure?
Hey, I'd stake my reputation on it.
Well, thanks, Doc.
Oh, right, doctor. You look good.
I feel good.
Well, the goalies at both ends continue to be the story here. Carlos Strastic with a shot that Nabokov was able to eat up, and as he stood up, he kicked the puck back to his guy Ekman. Ekman put it to the corner. Then Jonathan Chichu following through the net on his chance. A goaltender interference penalty, and Colorado is going on the power play. 4 men on 3 here until 2 guys get out of the box.
11:38, the time of the call on Chichu. 3rd power play of the game for Colorado. An unusual 4-on-3 situation. See if they can get one. Sakic down low with Lyles. Forsberg on top. Lyles deflection. Went high and wide. Now we're 5-on-4. Back it comes to Forsberg. Leaves it for Sakic. See how they set the Sakic shot? That's another block. And that goes up and into the netting. So a power play for Colorado. Tomorrow, ESPN offers you an afternoon baseball game. Jim told me the Philadelphia Phillies against Albert Pujols and the St. Louis Cardinals. It'll be at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. That's tomorrow, ESPN. It's a day game.
J.M. Lyles found himself in front of the net, decided to stay there. Now he's back at the point position. Lyles in the last game played 8 minutes more than his average due to the injury to Rob Blake. No big deal. He played 32 minutes a game at Michigan State.
Here in the second period, the Avalanche have come back in shots, 7-3, 16-17 on the game. Look at how far back the box is here on this. Lyles lost that. Short end. Korolyuk will bring it up. Korolyuk moves it into the zone. Curtis Brown with him. Brown taken out by Lyles. A precious time eaten off the clock. 1:12 in the advantage. 2 for 13 in this series for the Avs on the power play. Sakic taken away.
What a lucky clear. Curtis Brown had the stick knocked out of his hands, and he was in no man's land in the neutral zone if San Jose doesn't clear.
This penalty killing unit of the Sharks has been fantastic. Over 90% now in the playoffs in filling off penalties. They were 85% during the regular season. Hayduk got moved by Korolyuk. He would have had that rebound in an empty net.
Net's off here.
The net has come off the pegs behind Nabokov, and they see it, and they will whistle it. And we'll take the opportunity to check in with John.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Another Bud Light update. This from earlier today. Alexander Mogilny on the breakaway. Beats Robert Ashe 1-0. The Leafs have the lead. And then Brian Leetch, the pass to Darcy Tucker. He sweeps it in. Toronto 2-1 now. They trail the series.
The series expected to be a magnificent battle. Turning towards that, Philadelphia-Toronto.
Great opportunity here for Colorado. Tanguay, I think, tried to dish right there to Hayduk, and Korolyuk came back. I mean, you get no second chance against San Jose. None.
They are tremendous on the coverage around the puck. Power play, 25 seconds left on it for the Colorado Avalanche. Second period, we are scoreless. Evgeny Nabokov continuing to run that scoreless streak up. He started this period 132 minutes, 59 seconds of scoreless hockey in net for Nabokov. Chipped away by McLaren. Teemu Selanne got a piece, but move it. Ekman clears it out. Ekman's getting more ice time because he's playing so well. Power play is over, and they did not get a shot on that power play. So it remains scoreless. And they continue the over here on the power plays over the last 2 games. Matos drops it back in behind the net. Foot Damkus was stepping up and gave Foot a ride into the dasher. Matos able to clear it away. Teemu Selanne had to wait for it, sends it in. Colorado will change. Dimitrakos, the 24-year-old out of Massachusetts, got hit in the corner and hard, and down Chris Gratton took him into the zone. Bugner's going to play that one back in behind the net. Bob Bugner waiting. This is a San Jose Shark game right now, even though it's 0-0. This is the way they want to play it. They've got Gratton cutting and the pass behind him. Gratton had a little room, but not much. Colorado changing. It's cleared out of the zone. Bugner's got to come back to get it. Take a look at the shot. 7-3 here in this period. 17-16 in the game in favor of the Avs. Icing.
Obviously important scoring first in the playoffs. How important? We will show you when we come back.
Sheldon, I'd love you, even if you didn't have the trust fund.
Rich.
And I am so sure our love will last forever. I ripped up that silly prenup.
But not smooth.
Remember when you said you'd love me even if I didn't have the trust fund? Those words meant so much to me.
Smooth.
Remember when you said you ripped up that silly prenup? Those words meant so much to me.
But not rich. Michelob Amber Bach. Rich and smooth.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You're about to find out. Excuse me. Can I have my order, please?
Dodge Ram with the legendary Hemi. Loved by those who have one, dreamt about by those who don't.
Sweet.
0% financing or $3,500 in combined cash allowances plus a great warranty gets you the best values in America.
The new flamethrower burger at Dairy Queen with crispy jalapeno bacon and Tabasco flavored mayo. Do one carefully and DQ something different.
Just a huge advantage in the Stanley Cup playoffs this season for teams scoring first. They're 45-14 for a .763 winning percentage. The San Jose Sharks are undefeated in the playoffs, 6-0 when scoring first.
All part of the continued defensive struggles the playoffs have turned into. Nabokov, a franchise record set earlier, carried over last year into this year. He's about to break it, unless the Avalanche can get one. 5:19, we're 5-on-5 hockey now. Draw, a little scrum sent back behind the net. Vananen came back to get it, pushed it up and out of the zone. Unable for any transition game. Hannon was right there to pick it up for McLaren back in his own end. Into the middle, it is Todd Harvey. Harvey dumped it back in behind the net. Harvey picked 9th in the '93 draft. Spent time with the New York Rangers. Now here in San Jose, where he is fine to home. Great to have you with us. Our exclusive coverage of this game 4 as the San Jose Sharks are trying to wrap this series up and sweep the Avalanche. That's going to be a 2-line pass. If Colorado can win, the series will go back to San Jose.
And don't forget, tomorrow night, the Stanley Cup playoffs presented by Nextel continue. The Tampa Bay Lightning can wrap it up against Montreal. Make it to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time ever. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN. Then after that, tune into ESPN2 at 10 Eastern. Jerome McGinley, the Calgary Flames, trying to throw a hurt at the Detroit Red Wings. They're already up 2-1 in their series. Lots of action tomorrow night.
Tampa Bay with the top 5 plus-minus players in the playoffs. St. Louis, Frederick Modine, Boyle, Lukovich, and Richards, all in that grouping of plus-minus leaders, and all with Tampa Bay. Heino into the corner, Ricci. They chase it around the far side. The collision. McLaren comes on him. The collision kicked at it. Ricci came in to help. Push to the near side corner. Again around the perimeter, though, which is where San Jose wants to keep this high-scoring offensive Colorado team. They have just shut down in this series. Reaching. Moves it again up the wall and out. Avs will change it up. Puck loose at center. Primo stole it. Primo and Marleau head to the bench after he dumped it in. David Abisher lost it in the skates, but nobody there to pick it up for the Sharks. Hannon back out. Hannon leaves it deeper in the zone. Cleared around by Rafji. Near side. Dumped back by Sakic. Sakic back out in Forsberg. Plenty of ice time in this game. Sakic looking. Svato's cutting to the net. Can't get it to him. D will step up to help. Pinching in. Korolyuk had it, lost it. Sakic again. Sakic. All of this, though, note is around the wall. Puck has not gone inside the hash here. Korolyuk with a big-time hit off the near side on Vanity.
One of the things that the coaching staff for San Jose has done with their guys is really reinforced the notion of not over-engaging. You get up against a guy like Peter Forsberg or Joe Sakic right in their face, they'll spin off you and roll off you for a chance. So it's contain. Almost like an offensive lineman on a pass block. Push, push, push instead of going right at him.
Well, they're doing that successfully here in this game. Milan Hajduk, Forsberg, the man who forced the turnover. Hajduk along the wall. Rafji right there with him. Rafji freed it up again. Marlowe's got it. Patrick Marleau, their leading scorer in the playoffs, stood up by Bugner. Scratched the puck. On a Walchuk and Damphus collide. Scratched again trying to get it in. Damphus the intercept. He gets stood up, goes to the corner. Peter Forsberg back. Forsberg. Damphus having a conversation with Scratched on the other side of the ice. They separate. Milan Hajduk into the wide side corner. Played back by Marshall. Marshall takes the hit. Down he goes. But a lot of players down. Hajduk just took down somebody.
Dimitrakos is down.
Dimitrakos gets back up, trying to get in the play. Teemu Solani, the sticks are up in the air all over the place. Solani goes all the way around to the middle and the other side where he started. Had it poke checked away. Still nothing off any of this. Centering pass gets blocked. It comes to the near side. Marshall got a piece. And the Sharks will take the heat off with an icing.
Boy, it's like they're saying you can play on our end, but you can't get it to our house. Well, this game is shaping up the way Game 3 did. There was the hero of Game 3, Vinny Damphus. He scored off a goalie's back. Well, guess what? He did that during the season. This is against Calgary in March. He did it off the back of Kiprasov. He said he thought of the same thing in Game 3 when Abisher's back was to him. He remembered back to the goal he scored against Calgary, and it repeated itself. It could be a crazy goal like that ends this game, and it could still go either way.
He is their veteran in playoff history, 132 playoff games. 3 goals, 6 assists. Nabokov continues his streak, a new franchise mark. Record for him and for the franchise in scoreless minutes in the playoffs. 151 minutes, 10 seconds. What he's reached and counting. Houston, we have a problem. They're saying in Colorado. Its name is Nabokov. As he's denying everything, and give credit to the team in front of him too, because they really do a job blocking shots in front.
Yep, come to the neighborhood, but stay out of our driveway. Just a tenacious bunch. I'm not sure we should be that surprised after finishing 26th defensively last season. Ron Wilson's guys this year tied for 4th best.
Lyles, another big save, but he saw it all the way. He'll make those every time. Off the wall, Brown coming in, tied up, pushes it against the boards with Lyles. They do battle along the near side wall. Brad Stewart could not hold that in. Offside, San Jose. This will be a free out. And there's the whistle for the face-off on the delayed offside call. Just a minute 15 to go in the second period.
I mentioned San Jose moving up to tied for 4th best defensively in the league. I mean, last year, this franchise finished 14th out of 15 Western Conference teams. Finished last in their division. They went from last to 1st in the division and to 2nd in the conference. And went from 26th defensively to 4th.
That is why their coach, Ron Wilson, is one of the 3 finalists. Second time he's been a finalist for the Jack Adams Award as Coach of the Year. That will be announced after the Stanley Cup Finals at the annual banquet in Toronto. Hannon coming back to get it. Final minute of this second period. 18-16 the shots in the game in favor of the Avalanche. Adam Foote's going back to touch this thing up. We'll get a whistle. Our intermission report's going to be coming up. John and Barry will be along. Highlights of that Flyers-Leafs game. A look at the Lightning Canadiens game to be coming up tomorrow. And news and notes from around the league. We're only a 42-second mark away.
Big face-off here. The Sharks have not done well in the face-off department. For that matter, Patrick Marleau, who's out taking this one, is only functioning at a 35% rate in the playoffs. 41% in the regular season, but once in a while, Ron Wilson says, "You're my guy." Didn't win it.
Still his guy. Shot in, save made. That's why those face-off matters.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that is so interesting, too, that Ron Wilson wants to believe that Patrick Marleau can do big things in big situations anywhere. One that he hasn't been able to do in his career is on face-offs. And you see the good scoring chance. Here's Marleau again. He wins this one.
That's a big win for him with only 33 seconds left to go. Avalanche will get another shot at it. Scratchers came back to get it. The way San Jose dumped that, they're willing to take this 0-0 into the dressing room for the third period. Into the zone, tied up again. Domfu's got it out of there. Look out, Korolyuk on the far side. Scratch gets back. Korolyuk around the net, backhand, forehand, shot, hit the outside of the net, bounced right down to Abisher, and there will be a face-off with 8.7 to go.
Good work by Korolyuk to make this thing happen and even get a puck at Abisher. I mean, he was getting caught here by Scratch number 3, and Scratch just wanted to contain. Watch this, he couldn't go in the backhand, spin around, try to get the puck on net. He didn't get it there, but at least it stayed there for a face-off. Good play by Domfus to bat it down for the draw.
Korolyuk's had 11 goals in the last 23 games, and off that draw, David Abisher comes out and smothers it.
Check this out. Here's a real oddity in this series. All of the face-off guys are left-handed. In this case, it means that the face-off guy for Colorado is pulling towards his goal. Brown, the left-hander, went with the pull, jumped through, and generated a scoring chance. That was close.
Would that have been a backbreaker? Brown again will stay in to take the draw. Tied up by Nikolajin, who won it. Back to Adam Foote. And we have completed 2 periods of play here in Denver. And still nothing on the board. Nabokov continues to run his new record of playoff minutes without giving up a goal. And the Colorado Avalanche still have not found a way to get on the board. Avalanche must win, or this series will be over. Third period will start 0-0.
Describe the perfect day, Liz.
Well, we're driving to the lake. The kids watch a DVD, and Joe and I have some quality time.
Joe?
Okay, we're barreling along. The Hemi's kicking some serious butt. Then we fish.
Ah, see, you're not traveling in the same vehicle.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
What a quack.
0% financing or $3,000 in combined cash allowances plus a great warranty gets you the best values in America.
Winning the NASCAR championship is about outlasting the other guy. That's why I use new Red Zone Invisible Solid. It's the longest lasting invisible solid from Old Spice. So you smell great all day. And if you don't think the scent lasts longer, Old Spice will buy you a stick of something else. Hey, you can't always shower right after the race. Unless, of course, you win.
New Red Zone Invisible Solid in 4 long-lasting scents. Stay in the zone.
I push through the pain and raise my game. A victory is the only thing to gain. So I take it to the hole, driving up your lane. The trophy is the reason why I came. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started.
All right, boys, playoff hockey production is underway. Set all machines to maximum. It's all about determination and toughness now. Only one team's going to hoist the cup. The NHL playoffs delivered nightly on ESPN and ESPN.
Yeah, you're going to save a lot with this Arby's deal, Mr. Azerman. Okay, see you soon. Well, that takes care of the A's.
Now get 2 Arby's giant roast beef sandwiches for just $4. All that beef, oven roasted and sliced fresh right in the store. Then piled high on a toasted sesame seed bun. Now that's a deal too good to miss.
How much will you say, Mrs. Zimonsky? Well, how hungry are you?
2 Arby's Giants, just $4. Hurry, it's only for a short time.
Lafayette's largest automotive 10 sale is going on right now at Bill Andrews Auto Mall. For 12 days only, over 400 new Mazdas and GMC trucks and over 500 pre-driven cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs will be on display and tagged with our biggest discounts of the year. Just $19 down drive. No payments until August. 0% financing. Payments from $99 a month. Used car appraisers and wholesalers bidding top dollar for your trade and 100% credit approval. It's Lafayette's largest 10 sale, and it's only at Bill Andrews Auto Mall in Lafayette.
Welcome back, John Saunders, Barry Melrose. Just as in the last game, we were scoreless after 2 periods of play. That's now 7 consecutive scoreless periods for the Avalanche. If you're either coach, what's going on right now?
Well, if I'm Tony Granato, what I'm selling in my dressing room is, guys, this period can turn this whole playoff series around. It'll give us our first win, the momentum back. We're going on the road. We played very well on the road this year. We can get back in this series. We can win this series. If I'm Ronnie Wilson, what I'm selling, 20 minutes now of hard work will save us 60 minutes of hard work in Game 5. All we have to do is outplay them and outscore them for 20 minutes, and the Avalanche are done, believe it or not. So both coaches are doing a selling job right now in that dressing room.
With a team as talented as the Avalanche.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
Wow.
3 goals.
Absolutely unbelievable. The Flyers and the Toronto Maple Leafs, meanwhile, not so unbelievable. 2-1 is the series right now. Matt Sundin, the captain, knows they're down by 2. Brashear with a pass to Keith Primo. It's deflected off Belfour, off the bar and out. And then Alexander Mogilny with a breakaway, and it's 1-0 Toronto.
That was Sammy Kapanen, a forward playing defense for Philadelphia that Mogilny got behind. Defenseman stood up Markov and made Sammy Kapanen in the last line of defense. It didn't work too well. McCabe had a great series, had a great game, great shot in there. Ponikarovsky tips it right by Ash. You see it again. He's just throwing it in that area. Ponikarovsky got a long reach, just tips it by the goaltender Ash. Ty Domi makes a great shot, just keeps it in, John, from the point, and Kilgore gets another goal. So Domi and Kilgore are playing very well together.
Then on the power play, Leach to Darcy Tucker, sweeps it in. 4-1 Toronto. 4-1 is the final, and the Leafs very much alive now with game number 4 at home as well.
And I want to talk about the plumbers, the hard-nosed guys, the tough guys that don't get any credit. But to Toronto Maple Leafs, the Stars aren't scoring consistently, haven't been scoring against Ottawa. Other guys got to kick the puck in the net and find ways of scoring. And it's the tough guys for Toronto that are doing the job. Look at that. Ty Domi, a goal and assist. Chad Gilger, a goal. Darcy Tucker, a goal. Now, Matt Sundin, Ron Francis, Gary Roberts, the heart and soul, the highest paid guys, probably the Hall of Famers, no goals and only 2 assists. So the plumbers are getting the job done for the Toronto Maple Leafs, John, and I love it when those guys get a little bit of credit.
And especially, it's real tough to get a plumber this time of year as well.
Well, you're $60 an hour usually, too.
Well, as long as they're out there on the rink for the Leafs, they will be alive, as they are 2-1 heading into Game 4. Meanwhile, we're headed to game, or rather period number 3, scoreless.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel. Brought to you by the Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation. To learn more about boating and fishing, visit waterworkswonders.org.
You depend on your car for so much. So why not depend on the people who know it best? To keep it running stronger, performing better, to keep it genuine. With genuine Ford and Lincoln Mercury parts and service. Our factory-trained technicians know exactly what your car needs at a price you'll like. Get an oil change, inspection, and more. Just $34.95 or less. Keep it genuine. Only at Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealerships. Genuine parts, genuine service, genuine peace of mind.
Take me fishing and show me how to drive the boat.
Take me fishing, so we'll always have something in common.
Take me fishing, because my wedding will be sooner than you think.
To learn more about boating and fishing, visit waterworkswonders.org.
In Los Angeles, internet users are taking the Net Zero High Speed Challenge. 2 computers connected to the internet through ordinary phone jacks. One using standard dial-up, the other Net Zero High Speed dial-up.
Net Zero High Speed is much better.
You can surf the web up to 5 times faster for only $14.95 a month.
Well, I think it's cool that it's cheaper and faster. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Net Zero High Speed now includes pop-up blocker. Net Zero and Net Zero High Speed, both available now at netzero.com.
Hi, I'm Les Howard from Howard & Sons in Monticello, and we're going to get you down and dirty for only $49 a month. Just pick from any one of our new Polaris ATVs, and we'll throw in a trailer, a helmet, and gloves, all for just $49 a month. Or we'll get you all wet for just $50 a month with the Watercraft of the Year, the Polaris MSX, a new Triton aluminum trailer, 2 life jackets, a pull-behind tube, all for just $50 a month. So come see us at Howard & Sons and experience the way out.
Lafayette's largest automotive 10 sale is going on right now at Bill Andrews Auto Mall. For 12 days only, over 400 new Mazdas and GMC trucks and over 500 pre-driven cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs will be on display and tagged with our biggest discounts of the year. Just $19 down drive. No payments until August. 0% financing. Payments from $99 a month. Used car appraisers and wholesalers bidding top dollar for your trade and 100% credit approval. It's Lafayette's largest 10 sale, and it's only at Bill Andrews Auto Mall in Lafayette.
Lightning over the line. Richards, left circle, a shot, save Theodore. Rebounded, but they score! Tampa Bay wins! And they lead in the series 3-0.
And with a chance to wrap up that series and make their first ever visit to the Eastern Conference Final, that will come tomorrow. Now, when you coached the Los Angeles Kings, you had a guy by the name of Wayne Gretzky who was a star. You expected things out of him. There are lesser guys that you want something out of, especially a playoff team.
And we wouldn't have got to finals if the lesser guys wouldn't have got the job done and scored big goals and played well for us in key times. And one of the guys for Tampa Bay that's doing that job is a guy you haven't heard much about, but I just love him, is Danny Boyle. This guy's from Ottawa, fluent in French, so he's doing a lot of interviews in Montreal, but he is playing some great hockey. Right there, he makes a great play coming back. Another great defensive play on Zednik. Doesn't take a penalty. He's a +8. Only San Luis has a higher plus in this series than Danny Boyle. He's offensively, he's moving the puck. He's got 3 assists, so he's getting the job done in the power play. He's playing against the other team's top forwards, just doing a great, great job. And that's one of the reasons, among other guys, San Luis and LeCavalier getting all the credit. But Danny Boyle and company are really getting the job done in the trenches for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
That's the reason they have a chance to wrap this thing up tomorrow in Montreal, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Exclusive coverage on ESPN. That is followed on ESPN2 by the Red Wings and the Flames. The Flames with a 2-1 lead. That's at 10 o'clock. Yevgeny Nabokov has been just about perfect throughout this entire playoffs, and he has been through 2 in this game as well.
I got you something.
Hmm? Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, this is nice. And here's yours. I know it's not fancy, but it's what's inside that counts. And what's inside is Labatt Blue.
Wow.
Huh?
I love it.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Awesome gift.
Oh, yeah.
Thousands of stars, each one unique. The full line of Yamaha Star motorcycles, only from Yamaha.
Rain-X Car Wax not only shines your car, it protects it from Mother Nature. In fact, there's nothing Mother Nature can do to harm it. Well, almost nothing. Rain-X repels rain, dirt, and absorbs UV rays. Rain-X, protection you can see.
He hunts the monsters that hunt mankind.
Who's hunting who?
Hugh Jackman, Kate Beckinsale, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Dracula. Van Helsing, rated PG-13.
Get excited about chicken again with Wendy's new Ultimate Chicken Grill. A bigger, juicier whole chicken breast filet with a delicious new sweet and savory sauce and incredibly only 7 grams of fat. Wendy's Ultimate Chicken Grill, just one of our 3 new Chicken Temptation sandwiches. It's better here.
Closed captioning sponsored by Gold Bond Foot Swabs.
Ugh. Stop using messy athlete's foot cream. Try maximum strength Gold Bond Foot Swabs. The no mess, no touch way to cure most athlete's foot. Gold Bond Foot Swabs.
With no mess.
Dear Bobby, how much ice time did you log last game? Sincerely, Mark. Dear Mark, which game?
Third period is coming up, but first is news. Jason Williams' manslaughter trial. It's in the jury's hands. They've asked for more testimony or reading of the testimony to clarify things. Doc Rivers will be the new head coach of the Boston Celtics after he leaves ABC, and Kerry Collins released by the Giants, so the Giants are going to go with Eli Manning and the Canadian bachelor, Jesse Palmer. Good luck to the Giants. It is scoreless right now after 2 periods of play.
All right, it's between you guys.
Best bartender gets the job.
After you. Oh, boy. Yeah.
The Bat Blue, please.
I've got this one. Canada's finest.
Thanks.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Is it hot in here, or is it just him?
Ah, spring. Time for the sweet sounds of pucks ringing the post and big-time hits. Before you get cup crazy, get Java technology from Sun Microsystems. It's in millions of phones, computers, and smart Java cards. And it connects you to the best NHL action. Use your Java-powered phone or computer for a secure connection to live scores and games like NHL Power Shot Hockey. Get in the game at java.com or nhl.com. Sun Microsystems. The network is the computer.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
Uh-oh, not good. Okay, boys, time to go to work. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Want to keep your car looking pit crew perfect? Introducing DuPont Teflon Car Care products. When you use DuPont Teflon wax, protectant, and tire shine, dirt, mud, and grime have a hard time sticking. So your car practically keeps itself shiny. DuPont Teflon Car Care products. A miracle of science from DuPont.
What did I do to get over the recession? I changed my shampoo. Get new V for Men Thickening Shampoo with Virginium XY for up to 50% thicker-looking hair for better scalp coverage. New V for Men by L'Oreal Paris.
Mr. Wendy here, unofficial spokesman, making sure people don't eat bad food late at night. There's no point. Just go to Wendy's. Get a really good classic hamburger made fresh. Excuse me, sir. Oh.
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel. Brought to you by Nextel coast-to-coast walkie-talkies in under a second. Nextel, done. And in part by Nissan, who invites you to shift the way you move through the world. And Labatt Blue. Look up, see blue. Labatt Blue.
Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, and our crew back with you. Welcome back, everybody. Still 0-0 as we go to the third period, as the San Jose Sharks look to go to the Western Conference Finals, and the Avalanche look to send this series back to San Jose.
The Avs have never been shut out in consecutive home playoff games, but they have gone 5 periods so far in their 2 home games in this series without notching one.
So let's see if these stars, Forsberg, Sakic, Hayduk, can find a way to get by Nabokov. It may be the hotel. The winners are all staying in the same hotel in town. The Timberwolves are in the same hotel as the Florida Marlins and the Sharks. The Timberwolves beat the Denver Nuggets last night here. The Florida Marlins beat Denver today in baseball. And let's see whether or not the Sharks do the same thing here to Colorado Avalanche. Centering pass for Sakic. He let it go. He thought there was another winger, and nobody had it on the other side.
And no Teemu Selanne on one side of Sakic. It's Fatos this period to start, at least.
So we'll see more line changes as the lines were shaken up to start the game. Off the blocker on the chance by Chichu. Into the middle. Konowalchuk took the hit. Tough checking game. Picks right up here in the third period where we left off. Scratch stitch. He was going to leave that for Adam Foote. Suddenly realized he had Marleau between he and Foote. Back to get it is Rapchi in the zone. Forsberg was on it. Adam Foote along the blue line. It just sits there. Marleau will pick it up. Marleau comes 3-on-3 the other way. Shot right through the middle. Dimitrakos could not get there in time to do anything with it. Dimitrakos puts a hit on after the play. Hayduk moves it up. Hayduk had to wait. He had Chris Gratton already into the zone. Scratch stitch off the wall. That's Gratton and a shot, and it's deflected away. Milan Hayduk did not get all of that, but he got it on net. Gratton drops it back to him. Hayduk, Marleau, Damphus, and here come the Sharks. And Damphus, he changed behind. Hannon almost got through. He thought about going off the back of Avisher. Did you see how far Avisher was back underneath that crossbar? Not going to happen again. They move it ahead to Selanne, and Kyle McLaren is there.
Gratton didn't know that was Selanne. He couldn't have. Selanne, I think, was in if Gratton doesn't swat it away from him.
Yep. Deflected back again. Nikolitin's got to wait. Teemu Selanne does the same. Sends it around. Barnaby on the far side. Matthew Barnaby, Teemu Selanne, and Nikolitin on this line. There's Nikolitin centered. And again bounces away. Koralyuk cleared it off the wall. Barnaby holds it in. Nikolitin into the middle. Got blocked by and cleared out of there. Good play made in front by McCauley. And that'll be dumped in behind the net. Avisher will let that one roll. Brad Stewart leading in ice time over 17 minutes through 2 periods for the Sharks. Barnaby in. Barnaby trying to drop it off. Batted it twice. High note at it. Poke checked away to the near side. Harvey will move it out. Harvey, blue line, wind up shot. Avisher, a save. Harvey got it back. Sends it behind the net. Looking, trying to set up Mark Smith back there to help out. Hit put on by Dan Highnote. Swinging going on with Curtis Brown. Brown knocked Highnote down. Got the puck. Shot. Save. Avisher. Rebound. Was in the slot. Highnote at the end of his shift takes a stick. Down he goes. That is a good no call despite what the fans are booing about. He was out of gas. Took a little bit of the stick, but it was at center, and he just lost his balance on it. Cleared back into the middle. Scratch stitch there. Flurry going on here. 3 minutes into this third period. Scratch stitch just left it. Sakic drops it back to him. See the Sharks lined up at center to shut down the lanes. Spado shot, save. Sakic shot. No! He passed up the shot for a pass. He had a chance, but he tried to go to the wide side post that time to hit Tanguay. Back they come into the middle. Sakic's pass shot. Save! Rebound shot, Mr. Wide. Lyle's shot. Blocked out to center.
They had the right guy with the puck on his tape. Milan Hayduk rocketed off the bench right into the slot. 2 great scoring opportunities. Nabokov answered them both.
Good setups by Joe Sakic. Forsberg down. Penalty. Delayed call. Here's the whistle.
Jason Marshall is going to go. It will be called a trip. And this is the one area that San Jose couldn't afford here in the third period, getting into penalty trouble. Peter Forsberg trying to get a forecheck on Scott Hannon, and he got torqued by Marshall. The chances at the other end. First of all, Svatos had a chance. The puck came right out to Sakic. He tried to dish off to Tanguay. He's on the wrong side of Tanguay's body. Then Hayduk in the slot. 1 chance, a second chance. He had nothing to shoot out on the second one. That's how quickly Nabokov recovered. And Nabokov is going to have to be, this will have to be Nabokov's best 2 minutes of the series, I think, right here.
Power play opportunity. All the big scorers are out there. Marshall tripping, 3:55. It is the 4th power play of the game. Into the middle, backhanded wide by Milan Hayduk. Held in by Vananen on the far side. Sakic played back. Sakic was able to pull it out. Puts the loner on the near side on the blue line. Ozzy Vananen sent it along the wall. It's poke checked a little deeper. Played near side by Hannon. In this series, 2 power play goals. This the 15th chance That gets blocked again out to center. How many times? Curtis Brown.
Curtis Brown, but you notice too on this power play, Colorado not taking any chances with Joe Sakic back on the point in the 0-0 third period right now. Defenseman back there.
Good play by McLaren who intercepted that. Adam Foote and Lyles are playing the blue line on the power play. Minute plus to go in the advantage. Solani moves it in. His pass to nobody. He got it himself, tried to clear it in, but Stewart's there to clear it out. And again, they will not dump. They skate along the blue line, and there's a turnover. Game 4 here in Denver. No score. Colorado Avalanche looking to keep the series alive, while the San Jose Sharks are trying to get to the conference finals for the first time. Pass a little too far ahead from Danfus. Avisher came out. He got tripped by Marleau.
Boy, Marleau had a full head of steam, and J.M. Lyles, the rookie, was stride for stride with one of the fastest forwards in the game.
Sakic moves it in. He does dump it into the corner. 24 left on the power play. Forsberg, Milan, Hayduk, Sakic. Back, Bannon and Waiting. Never got to him. Moved out of there by Harvey. Great clear out of the zone by Chichu. Back Sakic. Poke checked away by Ricci. Sakic got it back, held it in. Ricci clears. Bannon will play it at his own blue line. 4 left on the advantage. Sent it into the middle. Open. Spanos hit the crossbar. And it's clear. They do not get a shot, but they get a chance. On that power play, it remains a scoreless third period here in Denver.
Emu's on the loose. Emu's on the loose.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where everywhere?
New York City.
The trade show.
Big problem. Yeah, any ideas?
Mama.
Mama?
Here, Mama.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
This is it.
What is this?
Introducing the full-size 5.6-liter V8 Nissan Armada.
Where are we?
Share the adventure.
I got you something.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, this is nice. And here's yours. I know it's not fancy, but it's what's inside that counts. And what's inside is Labatt Blue.
Wow.
Huh?
I love it.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Awesome gift. Oh, yeah.
The rookie Marek Svatos came this close to giving Colorado a 1-0 lead. He scorched a wrister by Nabokov, but Nabokov was saved by the post from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. You saw Nabokov's glove come up after the shot was by him.
It remains 0-0. Face-off won by Curtis Brown, and it just rolls out the center. Brown has been the big face-off man 8 out of 15 through 2 periods for a team struggling to keep up with Colorado in that department. At center turned is Harvey. Claren picks it up, trying to get it in. Center ice play came right back to him, but it's going to be a hand pass, and we'll check in with Dave Ryan downstairs. Dave.
Gary, Colorado assistant Rick Tocchet says one big reason they are getting Nabokov's shutout streak continues is the Avs' inability to get across the Sharks' blue line effectively. So he and Tony Granato are emphasizing finding a way to get the puck beyond the 2 Sharks defensemen who've been glued to the blue line and get it in deep to the San Jose zone. Once the puck is there, more traffic in front of Nabokov. We know Rick Tocchet scored 440 NHL goals, guys. Many of those right in front of the net. He knows a thing or two about traffic in front.
Contrary, though, to the mentalities of both Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg, to chip and chase.
That has been a problem for the Avs in this series. The unwillingness to do that. Solani looking, the collision cutting right through the middle, nobody there. Stepping up, Strasser trying to hold it in, did. In the corner, Dimitrakos. Puck goes in his skates. Comes to the near side. Good play by Solani, but there's nobody back at the point. So it has to be chased down by the Avs. Adam Foote coming back to get it. 7 minutes into the third period is a scoreless Game 4. First time in San Jose history they've had a 3-0 lead in a 7-game series. Shot, Koroliuk, off the glove, but it comes to the near side corner. He wound up, took a pretty good shot.
Tony Granato throwing all kinds of forward line combinations out there, looking for something to happen. He did that in Game 3 in the third period as well.
Changed them to start the game, is changing them as we go along here in Game 4. Back into the middle. Koroliuk's over there, sends it in off the heel of the stick into the corner. Ekman coming back. Ian Strashnich new battle. Strashnich tied him up, just took him off the play. Over for Sakic on the near side. Konowalchuk hit him with it straight down the middle. Primo, backhander save made by Abisher. Wayne Primo in front, shot high. Ricci over the net. 2 chances right there. Ricci centered, kicked wide of the net this time by Primo. Primo and Abisher covers, but he didn't. It wasn't covered. He gets a whistle.
It wasn't covered.
And he lost his stick.
David Abisher took a poke at Mike Ricci, but Abisher didn't have the puck covered.
And he hurt his right hand. The blocker hand, I believe.
Either that or the catching hand, one of the two.
He got jammed.
Boy, great chances. Wayne Primo with a shot. He tried to go short side. Abisher with a sensational save. And then Mike Ricci just over the crossbar. Ricci jumped on a rebound in the corner, back out front, and Primo couldn't control that one. When Primo centered it back out to Abisher here, see, the puck was never really covered under his glove. He had it maybe for a quarter of a second, and it was out.
Big chance right there. Cleared back 2 foot. Nikolajin on the faceoff win. Dumped again out through center. Hannon will chase this down. Scott Hannon chases it back in behind the net. He got dumped. Came to center. Almost anyway. Out of there, Chichu got it out. Sent in by Stewart. Cleared around by David Abisher. Stewart stepped up. Blocked by Lyles. Lyles will chase it down behind the net. 11:37 remaining to go. Third period scoreless game. Darby Hendrickson into the zone and then off to the bench. Lyles chasing. Lyles went down. Trying to avoid Nabokov. Everybody avoiding goaltenders, knowing how these interference calls have come. Don't get close. Jammed away and out of there. Good work by Harvey. Harvey sends it in along the wall. He got tied up with Hayduk. Abisher pushes it up. Harvey steps in and partially blocked it. It does come to center. Rafchi back to get it. They clear the zone. Quick shifts here. Both teams going to stay on side with Smith. He did. He got the puck. Good play. Into the corner, Mark Smith. Played around the near side. Nobody there. Chris Gratton got it. Tried to clear. Did. Here's Peter Forsberg. Forsberg with Hayduk. Forsberg. Rafchi. Shot. Save again. Forsberg did what he wants to do. He drove the puck to the net himself. But he could not push it through. Nabokov was there. Vinny Damphus kicked away from Solani. Barnaby. Nikolajin. Again. Just poked out of the zone by Jason Marshall. Shot. Abisher. High shot save. Rebound. Deflected into the corner and the Damphus lines at it again. Length of the ice. He's going to wave off the icing. Nabokov came back to play it. We are midway through period number 3. Bob Bugner moved over, trying to block that. It's kicked in by Marlowe.
Not only has Tony Granato mixed up his forward lines, the deep pairings have all changed as well.
Strashnich is out there now with Bob Bugner. Near Spad. Spado's trying to bring it in. Strashnich held his man off. It ends up going up and over the glass. What a finish. It is scoreless in the third.
Introducing the Nissan Quest, a revolutionary minivan featuring 5 Skyview windows, front and side impact 5-star safety rating, an innovative center console, automated side and rear lift doors, and fold-away second and third row seats. Moms have changed. Shouldn't the minivan?
Toyota makes some of the most fuel-efficient SUVs.
Good mileage means money, money, money.
I go to the woods for some peace.
Go to yoga, go pick up the kids, going to the grocery.
Highlander has the lowest fuel costs in its class and now has available third-row seating.
I've hauled 6 ballerinas in my car.
At 30 miles per gallon, RAV4 has the lowest fuel costs in its class.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now get 0 financing for 36 months on a new 04 Highlander or 1.9 financing on a new RAV4. See your Toyota dealer.
has come. Souls will cry. Judgment Day is here. WWE Judgment Day.
Our game in HD, want to remind you, the East Semis Game 5. That'll be 4 o'clock Sunday and Sunday Night Baseball. All coming your way in HD, the bigger picture.
The bigger picture and the better picture. Much greater clarity. The sport of hockey especially. Your ability to watch the puck and see more, because regular television is that red outline. The bonus coverage is HD on the outsides of it, so you see more of the play and you see it better.
Joe Sakic taking the face-off and winning it against Kovalyuk. Sending around the near side. And that is along the blue line, held in by Lyles momentarily. The Sharks gain the red, dump it in. They've continued their dump and chase game. Sauer got it back in around the net. Played up, bounces off Alex Tanguay. Wasn't sure where it was. Sakic in his own zone. Take it back in behind the net. San Jose backing up. Sakic has to dump it in from center. Chased in by Tanguay. Again beaten to it. Foot chance deflected. Up and over. Ended up not on net. Good deflection though by Highnote in front. Highnote goes over to get it. So now Highnote, Sakic, and Tanguay are together on the line. Into the middle shot. Save made again as Sakic got the opportunity. Lyles reaches. Couldn't get it. Kovalyuk sends it in. Puck got deflected off the stick from center. And both teams will change it up here. Pressure mounts with each tick of the clock for both of these teams. San Jose does not want to open the door. Teemu Selanne. They've got the 3-0 lead in the series. The Avalanche want that one goal because at this point it sure looks like it'll be enough. Pushed away to center. Primo drops it, gets it back from Ricci onside. Shot, save made! What a save made by David Abisher. He gets the whistle even though the puck came free.
This thing was absolutely labeled for the short side high. It was a rocket. Watch this. And Abisher up with the glove. You ever play baseball and had one come right at your armpit where you get jammed? He had to throw his shoulder up to get his catching glove up to get it. Brilliant save by David Abisher. And I'll tell you what, if anybody thinks that he's going to buckle under the pressure, he hasn't shown any signs yet.
There you see the numbers in the game. Pretty even.
It's game 1 of the series that Abisher would like to have back. For that matter, the entire Colorado team was flat in that one.
Off the face-off draw, Marshall, Highnote, rubs him out of the play. Scratched over on the hit. Dimitrakis goes down into the middle. Danfus trying to center. That one got blocked. Colorado Avalanche, Adam Foote skates it up. Marleau was right on him. Played around Nabokov. He's out of the net. Gets back. Marleau was there anyway. Foote leaves it. Scratched again out there with Foote defensively for the Avs. In the corner, Hayduk, Hannon trying to push it away, came right back to him. Chris Gratton got over there to help. Hannon got it out of there. Hannon doesn't make many mistakes, and he does make big plays. Feathered back into the zone. Dimitrakis got it in, held up by David Abisher. 7:45 and ticking. Shots are 25-24 in favor of San Jose. They've had the advantage, as you saw, scoring chances by about 1. I mean, this is even Steven in this game. Into the middle, Connor Walchuk. And that'll be deflected up off Mark Smith's stick.
As alive as Colorado's offense was in the first round of the playoffs against the Dallas Stars, it has been equally as tough here against San Jose. Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic at least have a couple of points each, but Milan Hayduk has 1 point and Alex Tanguay no points in the series so far through almost 4 games against San Jose. Not for lack of effort. I'll tell you, I don't think they're really as good as many players at scoring really ugly goals in the playoffs. And that's the adjustment that they've been challenged to make against San Jose.
Against San Jose, that's about all you're ever going to get.
The pretty plays are not there. They're not there against any team.
In the playoffs, this doesn't happen. Deflected back into the middle. Chichu in the corner to Ricci. Ricci goes back up on top, looking through a screen, deflected wide, never got in on David Abisher. and poked out of the zone. They'll get back on side. Barnaby got it out of there. Primo rode it back in. I think offside. They were. Center ice face-off. Want to remind you tomorrow ESPN offers you the afternoon baseball game of Jim Thome and the Philadelphia Phillies against Albert Pujols. The Cardinals 1 Eastern 10 Pacific. It's a day game. It's on ESPN tomorrow.
But Wayne Primo's done a terrific job replacing Scott Thornton on the line with Mike Ricci and Jonathan Chichu. They haven't missed a beat. And unlike Game 3, the line is still intact. Ricci and Thornton left in Game 3. Ricci has not left in this one. And Primo has been a force.
Played it all. They got McCauley back to play in this game as well. The fine defensive forward for them. Taking his share of ice time. He had 9 minutes through the first 2 periods. That one, Darby Hendrickson sent into the corner. High note out there. Tanguay cutting off the far side. Looking. Heard Sauer. Sends it back. Darby Hendrickson again. Pinned up. Puck loose. Rafsky reaching for it. Pinned high note up. Okay. That hurt.
What a job by Rafsky. He is a mountain of a man. And when he plays you against the wall, you usually stick to it.
Tanguay, they're going to wave off any icing. Both teams over the boards. Line changes underway. Tanguay back to get it. Colorado still looking, juggling these lines. Into the middle, Tanguay, great pass, up, shot. That one bounces up in the air. That one off the post. Another great chance, Hayduk. Oh, mercy. Just cannot find a way. Nabokov, again, Strastitch. That deflected in front by Hayduk. Damphus takes the hit from Grattan to the point. Shot, blocked, cleared, not out. Yes, came outside the line. Hit with a high stick. We'll look at the last chance for the Avs when we come back.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs, Saturday at 3 Eastern on ABC.
This is it.
What is this?
Introducing the full-size 5.6-liter V8 Nissan Armada.
Where are we?
Share the adventure.
All right, it's between you guys. Best bartender gets the job.
After you. Oh, boy. Yeah.
The bat blue, please.
I've got this one. Canada's finest.
Thanks.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Is it hot in here, or is it just him?
Your boss expects a report in 1 hour. But it's a gorgeous 74 degrees outside. So, you handle it like a true professional. With a laptop powered by Centrino, Intel's mobile technology, you can work wirelessly in thousands of places, even Bryant Park, under your favorite tree. Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Milan Hayduk on the fly, found a seam in the neutral zone, got the puck, came in alone. Nabokov got just a chunk of this. He gets credit for a save, even though he had help at the end by the crossbar. Ugh. That just grazed off the jersey of Nabokov, I think, enough to make sure that the crossbar did the rest.
Colorado, the 6th best offensive team in the NHL regular season. With great scores, but being shut down. And it continues. Connor Walchuk. Little collision with a goaltender, Abisher. Dimitrakos, and the officials just, you guys separate. They did. No damage, no interference with play.
Would have had to call an interference penalty on Adam Foote first if he called one on Dimitrakos on that play.
Sakic will back that one into the zone. 5:14 left in this 3rd period. Very careful play by both sides. Dimitrakos sends it into the corner. Bob Bugner hangs it around the near side boards. These shifts very short for both teams. Marshall held it in. Got knocked down. Still into the zone. Shot on Abisher. What a save on Curtis Brown. Reaching to his left side as Brown found room in the slot. Barnaby. Teemu Selanne chasing into the corner. Selanne almost stole it. Did. Nabokov got back in net before they could get a shot off. Moved up by Harvey. to center. Seems like the Sharks have continuous line changes going on. They're over the boards every time they go by it.
They try to keep them really short. Ron Wilson said this morning that every time there's a whistle, even if it's only 15 seconds into a shift, I'll change.
Primo trying to move it in, poked away. Ricci the hit on Tanguay. Players going down on the ice, puck free. Down the middle, high note. High note had it blocked. Ricci got a piece. Ricci moves it out, and Ricci paid. But that's the way he plays. Into the middle. Return pass for Primo got blocked as Chichu tried to send it. He gets tied up in the corner. Harvey Hendrickson reached in, dug the puck out, goes back though, right where it had been. Takedown near side, moved up by Chichu. Chichu looking, dropped it off to Primo, heads to the net. Primo's got to go all the way around to get it with Salarani. Primo, he leaves it. Looking, Chichu trying to get it to Ricci. Ricci deflected it wide. Lyles was on him. High note. They know they need a clear.
Boy, the Mike Ricci line is pressured just about every shift here in the third period, including that one.
They have played well. Stewart sends that in, but it's a two-line pass. 3:26 to go in regulation. Our Old Spice storyline. You see the Sharks 5-7 when they've been able to clinch. They haven't done it against Colorado ever. 16-15 the Avs when facing elimination.
Our Old Spice replay. We'll show you Curtis Brown shooting back against the green. And a fantastic save by David Abisher kicking out the left pad.
Off the face-off, Peter Forsberg. Puck just ended up sitting in the pile as he and Curtis Brown took the draw. Held in. Hayduk, poke checked away from him. Beckman there to move it out of the zone. He'll send it in on net. David Abisher will just let it go to Adam Foote. Foote had a little trouble, but moves it out. Closing in on the 3-minute mark to go here in this third period. Loose behind the net. Foote coming back to get it. Adam Foote stepping up. Cleared around the far side. 2:54 left here in the third. Spun in. Vannanen tried anyway. Down low. Blocked again. They had Grattan cutting into the net, but Rathje was right there. Chris Grattan picks it up. Good check at center by Peter Forsberg, who gets it back. Forsberg trying to move it in. Just overskated. Rathje reached in.
The long reach of Mike Rathje.
Boy, they may be the most underrated set of 6 defensemen in the NHL.
Absolutely.
They are so good at being defensive defensemen.
One of the things, too, that Ron Wilson has done in this series, he hasn't bothered matching anybody against either Sakic or Forsberg. As a result, they all think they're capable of doing it. So, you know, sometimes when it's a strict match, you get the wrong guys out there and they say, oh, no, we can't do this.
Pietrangelo shot it off the side of the net. Poked away to the corner. Now, by allowing him to do it, they now believe they can and are. Sakic moved it in. Konowalchuk cutting. Again, no room. Ricci overskated. Sakic behind him. Bounce to Sakic's stick. Nabokov gets back up. Skrastich fakes. Whoa, his shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Konowalchuk hit the side of the net. Back up to Skrastich. Skrastich, 1:40 to go in the third period. Blocked. And in the jersey of Ricci. Wow.
Oh, man. Colorado with all kinds of opportunities. This one, Nabokov knew it squeezed through him, but it squeezed through and wide. And then Skrastich just throwing one. Looked like when McLaren missed it with his hand, it kind of crossed Nabokov up, and he wasn't able to squeeze it with his catch-it glove.
He continues to increase his new franchise mark. Sakic and Forsberg have led the forwards in ice time for the Avalanche. And with only 1:30 left to go, you can bet they're going to be back out there again shortly. Sent back in by Brown into the corner. Todd Harvey puts the hit on. Vannanen got it up along the boards. Nikolajin. Barnaby's on the right. Shot. Nikolajin blocked into the corner. Penalty coming. And it's going to be against San Jose.
And they're checking for damage on Teemu Selanne. Mike Rathje caught him with a stick as he was going by him. What a major potential turning point here. All it's going to take is one to win this. 1:14 to go in regulation. Will this just be a deuce or will it be a 4? Didn't look like there was any damage there, at least visible damage.
4 minutes, 94 high, skip it.
It's a 4-minute minor.
Oh. But it wasn't even Mike Rathje, was it? It was Korolev that got him when he went by. I thought it was Mike Rathje at first. Oh, man. Number 94, as Teemu Selanne was going by him, Selanne torqued him. He tried to torque him and pull him off balance, and Korolev fought back with his stick. Oh, man. Even if they don't score here, they open overtime with a huge opportunity on fresh ice.
A double minor at 18:46. Here's Lyles. Power play Avs. No score. Sakic drops it. Hejduk is in the middle. Lyles chases down. Lyles pushes it back into the corner. 1 minute left to go. Third period. Lyles at the blue. Lyles dumps it back the other way. Milan Hejduk. Sakic's in front. Sakic's got to come get it. 15th power play in this series. They've scored only 2 power play goals. They've got a chance to win it. 43 seconds to go in the third. Hejduk high slot. Looking Sakic in front, trying to get it to him. Can't. Lyles. Lyles drops it. Milan Hejduk got it. Back. Lyles. Chance. Save Nabokov with a screen in front.
Boy, Nabokov had x-ray vision on this one because Tanguay was parked right in front of him. Sharks keeping everything to the outside. Nabokov went down, looked like he was playing the percentage. Maybe he saw a bit of it. But boy, I'll tell you what, he doesn't pop many rebounds out, and he's sure able to get to the short ones that he leaves.
Avalanche with the advantage in draws. Joe Sakic out there. A discussion with the official on the timeout. That's going to be taken.
San Jose, I believe.
I know, but it was Nick Collision talking to the official.
Yeah, but it looked like Don Kowarski was pointing to the San Jose bench. We'll see.
San Jose may have asked for the timeout, but Colorado already had. So Colorado ends up being charged with it. Well, the goaltenders have gotten it done here. Nothing on the board.
Tony Granato diagramming a play as we look back at some of the incredible saves that Yevgeny Nabokov made in this game 4. David Abisher matched him at the other end.
30 shots for the Avalanche, 26 rather, for the Sharks. 30 seconds to go in the third period. The San Jose Sharks win and the series is over. The Avalanche win and it goes back to San Jose.
Well, the big issue here is having somebody for Colorado move on the power play.
Sakic on the face-off, couldn't control it. Marleau won it. In behind the net, they need a clear. Can't get it yet. Downfus, Sakic ties him up. Puck against the boards. Lyles can't hold it in. 17 seconds remaining. More than that on the power play, which, as Bill said, if there's an OT, the power play will continue. Lyles dumps it in, a double minor, creating this opportunity for Colorado. Onowalchuk got knocked down. Played to McLaren, trying to get it to Downfus, and we're going to OT. With 2:45 left on the power play to start the overtime for the Avalanche, we'll have our overtime Southwest intermission report at the end of regulation. It's 0-0, the Avs and the Sharks.
Welcome to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
So the Avs go to the locker room knowing when they come back out, they're going to have a little less than 3 minutes on a power play.
Well, they got a couple other things they know that's going to happen. Number one, they're going to have great ice for probably 3 minutes of this power play, which is very important because that'll end very, very quickly in the heat and humidity of this time of year. And they also got a goaltender at the other end who's probably sat about 18 minutes. He isn't limber and fresh and ready to play like he was at the end of that period. So right now, everything is going the Avalanche way. They can put their 5 best players, rested, good ice, and a goaltender that's been sitting. So if they're going to win it, John, this is a good time to do it.
I have a feeling it's going to be one of those goals that hits somebody in the butt.
Always is, always is.
Especially in these tight ones. The Southwest Airlines intermission report continues in a moment. We are scoreless and headed to overtime.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Good morning.
Sir.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there?
Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
With Southwest Airlines last-minute fares, you'll never pay more than $2.99 one way. So why would you fly with anyone else?
You are now free to move about the country.
People at the party just show some love, and you got your hands and raise them up. Raise them up. Raise them up.
Drink intelligently. A reminder from Smirnoff Ice Triple Black Premium Malt Beverage, proud sponsor of 2003 Winston Cup champion Matt Kenseth and the number 17 car.
Emu's on the loose. Emu's on the loose.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where everywhere?
New York City.
The trade show. Big problem.
Yeah, any ideas?
Mama.
Mama?
Here, Mama.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
This is it.
What is this?
Introducing the full-size 5.6-liter V8 Nissan Armada.
Where are we?
Share the adventure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Pandora tomorrow. Rated T for teen.
Welcome back to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
It's our overtime intermission report. A couple of news and notes before we continue with hockey. Doc Rivers hasn't been out of coaching very long. Fired by Orlando this year. He'll be hired by the Celtics. We'll miss him at ABC. And Kerry Collins released by the Giants. Of course, they drafted Eli Manning and have Jesse Palmer, the young Canadian. The Flyers and the Leafs from earlier today. Matt Sundin in the lineup saying, guys, we can't afford to go down 3-zip. Brashear with a shot that's deflected here, hits the crossbar, and from that you knew it was going to be Toronto's kind of night. Mogilny on a breakaway gives the Leafs the lead 1-0.
Again, that's Sammy Kapanen. A forward is playing defense for Philadelphia because of Janssen's injury, so that might have had something to do with that play. McKay's been a tower of strength all playoffs long for Toronto. Throws it in the net there. Ponikarovsky beats his defenseman for the Philadelphia Flyers to the net. Tie up the stick. If the stick ain't done, you don't have the job done. Right there, Ponikarovsky just tips it enough to go in. Right here, Ty Domi keeps it in coming off the bench. Right onto Kilgore's stick. So the tough guys are getting the job done for Toronto, John.
And then Brian Leetch, of course, who they picked up in the trade with the Rangers, finds Darcy Tucker on a two-man advantage, 4-1. 4-1 is the final, and the Leafs get the series at 2-1. Friday at 7 on ESPN2, they'll have a chance to even that series.
And again, I mentioned the tough guys getting the job done for Toronto. I love it when guys that aren't expected to score put the puck in the net. Ty Domi, they dressed Wade Belak tonight. He was a tower of strength physically. Those guys all contributed to this win. Sundin's not scoring consistently. Mogilny's not scoring consistently, so someone has to do it. And their names are Ty Domi, Chad Kilgore, Darcy Tucker, all had strong games offensively and defensively. The big boys aren't putting the puck in the net for Toronto, so if they're still winning without those three guys scoring, you know they're going to score sooner or later, so that might bode well for Toronto in the upcoming games, John.
Let me ask you this. It is not uncommon for one of the big scorers to go absolutely silent during the playoffs.
I think we're seeing that in the Avalanche series.
What I'm saying is that they obviously designed something to stop the big guys. Is that why the Plumbers start to score so many goals, because they're concentrating on the other guys?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of it. I think it's just hard work. I think it's going into traffic areas. Plumbers, tough guys, whatever you want to call them, go to the front of the net. If you want to score goals and not go into a slump, go to the front of the net. Why? Because the puck has to go there sooner or later if you want to score. Ty Domi's goals are scored in front of the net. Kilgore's goal today, you saw Domi threw it at the net. Kilgore won the physical battle right near the net and put it in.
They didn't tell me to go to the front of the net. They said go to the end of the bench.
Good coaching. You had good coaching.
Southwest Airlines intermission report continues in a moment. When we come back, we'll talk about one of the old men of the sea, Dave Andreychuk, the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's all coming up. We're scoreless and headed to overtime.
Introducing the new full-size 5.6-liter V8 Nissan Armada. With room for 8. Who will you bring?
When Yamaha set out to build the world's ultimate off-road vehicle, it had to have the greatest ground clearance.
Jack!
Independent front and rear suspension.
Jack!
Toughness.
He's tough.
And of course, seating for two. The all-new Rhino 660 four-wheel drive from Yamaha. It's a whole new breed of off-road vehicle.
Shrimp has never tasted so big. Introducing TGI Fridays' new shrimp flavors. 3 all-new dishes overflowing with flavor. Like orange peel shrimp with a sweet and tangy glaze. Sizzling shrimp in a zesty pepper and tomato sauce. And spicy Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta. Get a taste of the new shrimp flavors. Now at TGI Fridays.
Are you Brad? I'm Alex.
No, it's not Brad.
Blind date.
Sorry, Alex.
Hey, you must be Brad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Alex.
New Smirnoff Ice Triple Black Premium Malt Beverage.
So, what is your name?
All right, boys, playoff hockey production is underway. Set all machines to maximum. It's all about determination and toughness now. Only one team's going to hoist the cup. The NHL playoffs delivered nightly on ESPN and ESPN2.
And welcome back to the Southwest Airlines Overtime Intermission Report. Barry, you say, and I have to agree with you, that these French-Canadian players that grow up watching the Montreal Canadiens with a chance to play against them going wild.
John, it's exactly like a kid from the Bronx playing against the Yankees in the World Series. You're so motivated. Throw Danny Boyle into that group, too. He's from Ottawa, perfectly bilingual. So those guys are getting the job done. The Flying Frenchmen live in Tampa Bay, not Montreal this year.
Now, you remember back in 2001 when Ray Bourque won the Stanley Cup, and you did not have to be a Colorado fan to enjoy seeing him hoist it and give it a kiss. Well, perhaps another guy might get the same chance. Dave Andreychuk has played in the NHL longer than any player without a cup.
One of the biggest reasons you were brought here was for the leadership. What was one thing you were trying to instill in that locker room?
Credibility, to realize that you have to be accountable every day. It's not just 1 game on and 3 off. It's come to work every day.
3 or 4 years ago, before David came here, you just walk in that room and it was like a comedy club. There was just no rhyme or reason as far as what to do, prepare for practice today, getting there on time, not showing up with a cup of coffee and a donut and running onto the ice.
Obviously, I want to make sure that that locker room was tight, that the guys were together, that they played for each other. And I think that's one thing that we have right now going for us. We're a very tight locker room, and it's going to help us.
I know one of the first rules you made was regarding the logo. You couldn't walk across it or you get fined. Tell us about it.
The logo thing took a little while to get down. I remember putting pylons around the logo for a while to try to get guys to stay off the logo.
And I remember one time I walked right across the logo. It was your first week here, and you yelled at me and you said I owed a fine. How much money did you collect that year in fines? Do you remember?
Well, we did have a good party at the end of the year. Let's just say that.
As coaches, we can bang away at a number of different things. If your leadership of your club doesn't believe in it and follow through when we step out of the room, it goes nowhere. And that's where Andy has really
really stepped up and brought a whole different sense in that room.
First of all, just by watching him on the ice, the little thing he does, the little details that sometimes you don't do when you're younger. He doesn't talk for nothing. When he says something, it's serious, and we know it's going to help the club.
Lightning General Manager Jay Feaster says he wouldn't be surprised if we play till you're 60. What do you think?
I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm still healthy, and I'm still producing. I'm still doing good things on the ice and good things off the ice. So it's just like any other year. I'm going to wait and talk to my family at the end of the year and decide what we're going to do. But right now, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't play.
When I said the longest in the league without a cup, of course, I meant Stanley Cup.
I knew exactly what you meant, John.
Dave Andreychuk, you see the number of games and some names on that list, be surprised.
And John, obviously, he's the only guy on that list that has a chance of winning the Stanley Cup. All the rest of the guys are retired. So you should cheer for Dave Andreychuk. He's a warrior. He's a guy that's played hard his whole career. He's a guy that's proud of the game, loves the game, and I can guarantee you in that dressing room, he's one of the reasons that this team has turned the corner, and LeCavalier, San Louis, and those other young players are good stars now in the NHL.
He's also a guy who's on his way to the Hall of Fame like Ray Bourque, so all he needs is a cup to take it in there with him. Tomorrow, the Lightning have their chance to sweep away the Canadiens, so Dave Andreychuk could get to the conference finals. That's at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Then on ESPN2 at 10, the Red Wings trailing the Flames 2-1 will look to get it even. Meanwhile, we are even and have been since the start of the game. It's because of great goaltending by Nabokov.
Yeah, you're going to save a lot with this Arby's deal, Mr. Azerman. Okay, see you soon. Well, that takes care of the A's.
Now get 2 Arby's giant roast beef sandwiches for just $4. All that beef, oven roasted and sliced fresh right in the store. Then piled high on a toasted sesame seed bun. Now that's a deal too good to miss.
How much will you say, Mrs. Zimonsky? Well, how hungry are you?
2 Arby's Giants, just $4. Hurry, it's only for a short time.
Lafayette's largest automotive 10 sale is going on right now at Bill Andrews Auto Mall. For 12 days only, over 400 new Mazdas and GMC trucks and over 500 pre-driven cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs will be on display and tagged with our biggest discounts of the year. Just $19 down drive. No payments until August. 0% financing. Payments from $99 a month. Used car appraisers and wholesalers bidding top dollar for your trade and 100% credit approval. It's Lafayette's largest 10 sale, and it's only at Bill Andrews Auto Mall in Lafayette.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for overtime. The Sharks and the Avalanche 0-0. There have been some chances in this game, but some great goaltending has denied them. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne along with Bill Clement as we finish up our cold pizza. It always tastes good, though, doesn't it?
Little sustenance because we don't know how long we're going to be here.
Exactly right. So, now what?
I love the fact that the goaltenders have really gotten us to this stage because they have been the stories of this hockey game. We talked about Nabokov and showed everybody a lot of the saves that he made at one point in the third period of regulation. But David Abisher has been able to match Evgeny Nabokov when it has counted the most for Colorado. And without a doubt, Abisher is one of the reasons we're here as well. But look at Alex Tanguay. Doesn't have a point in this series. He's played 3 games. Doesn't have a shot in this series. That is amazing. He was one of the top snipers during the NHL season.
Now the power play continues here. A 4-minute minor that came late in the third period has given the Colorado Avalanche a double power play chance. And we go here to the overtime with the power play still underway. 2:45 left on it to start the period. Sakic leaves it. Next goal wins. Konowalchuk dropped it. Forsberg out. He's behind the net. Near side for Sakic. Dump back to Lyles. Lyles off the half wall. Konowalchuk in front. Forsberg behind. Centered shot. What a save! Nabokov! It's cleared!
Konowalchuk moved perfectly and took the feed and got great wood on it. Somehow Nabokov just got his chest in front of it, I think.
Unbelievable saves we have seen in this game. Power play down to 1:57 to go. Teemu Selanne let it go back to Sakic at a point. Sakic's moved back and forth from a point to down low. Lyles into the corner. McLaren coming over to get it, and he clears. San Jose has won an overtime game against St. Louis. Dimitrakis got that goal. This season, Colorado has also won an overtime game. They are 1-1 in OT against Dallas. It was Fados who got the game winner in the one they won. Skated into the zone. Selanne fanned on the dump, dropped by Stewart and cleared. That's a big clear. 1:24 left to go. The penalty killing unit of the San Jose Sharks has only given up 3 power play goals this playoff year. Foote will move it up. Down the middle. Foote can't find it. It got lost in his feet. Into the corner, pushed away by Hannon. Forsberg moves in, takes it away. Forsberg trying to turn it. Hannon had him, lost it in the middle. Spano shot, save. Nabokov. It's still there. No goal.
And guess what? Steve Konowalchuk's getting a little lecture here from Don Van Massenhoven. He doesn't want to give him a penalty. But the puck was under Nabokov when Steve Konowalchuk poked it in. Nabokov thought this might be behind him. The rookie Spados brings it to the house. Look at him look behind him. Tell me it isn't there. And then when Konowalchuk actually pushed him in, you watch Nabokov's left. He tries a left hook right there and misses the swipe on Konowalchuk. The chance before it that I talked about, the dish out front from Forsberg to Konowalchuk, and Nabokov read it all the way and was in perfect position to stop it.
Face-offs have gone in the favor of Colorado, 60% through the first 3 periods. Nikolajin has got 11 out of 19. Face-off won back by Ricci, that time against Joe Sakic, who is 8 out of 14 in draws. Sakic's got a chase. 51 seconds left on the double minor. Forsberg gets it into Lyles. Lyles bouncing puck. McLaren tied him up. Great play. McLaren clears it around and out. He took his man out, and then he cleared the puck. David Abisher, of course, first playoff season for him. So overtime games, he is 1-1 in the playoffs. All coming this year. Nabokov cleared it away to the far side, not out of the zone. Foote drops it. Shot, Grattan, save made, cleared again. Nabokov 1-0 this year and 1-1 lifetime in the playoffs in overtime games. Down to 12 seconds left to go in this Colorado advantage. That's offside by a country mile. And they're just going to, well, tried to skate off the final seconds. It's whistled.
Nothing to lose, though. Good play by Mike Rasty. The faceoff was going to come outside the blue line anyway. Just a handful of seconds now. 4 to go on the power play. J.M. Lyles was trying to get in on this last rush, and Kyle McLaren kind of threw him down.
Marleau comes out of Nikolajin on the draw. Nikolajin won it. The power play is over. Shot goes wide of the net. 5 shots, 4-minute power play. Centering pass. Marleau was there to get it. Marleau dropped it to Domfus. Domfus into the middle. Marleau in front. Shot. Abisher. That ended up being a pretty good chance on a rip shot taken down by the goal line by Korolyuk.
Good play by Domfus here. He stopped the guy that he was with and dished to Korolyuk. He was looking for a rebound, but David Abisher velcroed the shot right to him.
Faceoff will come to his left. 34-27 the shots in the game in favor of the Colorado Avalanche. Marleau won the draw back, but it wasn't controlled as he took it against Darby Hendrickson. Grant was there to able to knock it down. Dimitrakis takes his man down. Shot back up in the air. Pricing tried to clear, did not. Comes to the near side. Great effort along the wall. Chris Grattan battling to hold it in. Finally moved out. They have to clear. Put back in his own zone. Grattan on the right side with Selanne. They're right there together. Knocked ahead by Rafji. Korolyuk again. That one whistled high, wide. Changing up. Marleau dumps it in. Korolyuk looking in front. Oh, turnaround shot wide. Dimitrakis with a chance, but he couldn't get it on net. Hendrickson will send it in. A little more wide open than we saw in the third.
Nico Dimitrakis is one of these guys that just keeps elevating his game. The bigger the game gets, the bigger Dimitrakis starts to look. He just missed the far post on that one.
Into the corners. Fontos, these youngsters. Fontos, the other one with Colorado. Both of them have played outstanding hockey in the playoffs. Pauly dropped that one off, and it's moved up and out of the zone. Karliuk's on the near side. He'll get a little screen here. He's in the shot, and he missed it.
Oh, that was 3 feet wide.
Off on the stick side and up and out of play.
Well, we talked about the goaltending in this hockey game. Nabokov sensational. David Abisher trying to match him. His pad work, his footwork has been incredible. Breakaway save early in the game to Karliuk. He got jostled. That was a penalty that went his way. And still, nothing by David Abisher.
Face off at center. Big battle for it. Brown had it, lost it. Good play by Forsberg, who came away with a win on the draw. Backed in to the corner. Lyles has got to come back to get it. He and Sauer teamed up defensively. Knocked down. Good point by Kyle McLaren to hold that in. Got some help. Forsberg had it on the steal. Hayduk in. Chance save. Hayduk 5 shots in the game through 3 periods. Sauer dumped it into the corner. Saw a line change coming and tried to hit Konowalchuk. Back for Kurt Sauer. Sauer will dump it in, but they had not cleared the zone.
Both coaching staffs have used 4 lines. Ronnie Wilson and his San Jose guys. Of course, unlike Game 3, everybody is still in the game. Both of these teams lost players to injury in Game 3. Tony Granato has been playing everybody, all the defensemen, all the forwards. So it's not as if they're going to run out of gas or as if they have to pry somebody off the bench that's been sitting there for a period and a half.
Off the fire side, off the face-off win. Pricing is cleared into the zone. That one's going to be whistled as well on the icing. Once upon a time, there was a goal scored in this series.
And it was back in Game 3, late in the 3rd period, when Vincent Damphus gave San Jose the 1-0 victory. Colorado Avs, 6 consecutive periods plus in their home building in this series now without a goal. All they want is one right now.
That one will be cleared into the corner. Sakic will dump it a little deeper. Offensive zone for the Avalanche here. Stepping up, couldn't get it into the middle. Ratchy lost it. Score! Joe Sakic!
They live. Finally scoring a goal here at home in the series. Mike Rathje couldn't corral a puck that just looked like it had legs to get away from him. Rathje dove. Sakic beat him to it. And before Nabokov could get down and set, the shot with Joe Sakic's incredibly quick release was under Nabokov. Watch this. He wasn't down yet. He was caught in between, and Sakic beat him low.
For Joe Sakic, the 5th career overtime playoff game winner. He's one behind the all-time leader, Maurice Rocket Richard. So they live. The San Jose Sharks had a chance to wrap it up, and they couldn't do it in overtime. The great goaltending in this game all the way through. But Sakic comes away with a game winner in OT at 15-15. His 76th career playoff goal. They will go to San Jose and play another. For Bill Clement and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody, in OT. Avs win it 1-0. Sports Center's next.
This is SportsCenter.